How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Big Six. Late one. But listen, they're playing a lot of United games late on a Monday, late on a Thursday across the last few weeks. And I think there's a few more coming. So apologies wherever you're tuning in from. It could be the early hours of the morning. But hit the like button same way, hype the video same way. Individual channels are in the description always. So make sure you show some love there too, people. A lot to talk about on the pitch, off the pitch. So yeah, that's why there's over a K waiting already. Steve, Matisse, Tobs, GRIZZ, SAEED, all good?
All good, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
SAEED, big win for you lot. Relief.
Relief, man. This club, man.
I don't even think it's relief, bro, because you want him gone by any means, bro.
Say that again?
I said I don't think it's relief for you because you want him gone, bro.
Yeah, no, relief as in like it could have been embarrassing at half time. You know what I mean? So like, and they're the worst team, by the way.
They are. That was so bad. You know, if United just relaxed, they just could have passed through them like no problem. I know. Bruno Fernandes and that, everything's got to be rushed with him, and I'm like, mate, you're gonna kill these, murder them. They had no shape, Wolves. They were all over. The fans were going mad. They were rioting in the stands.
Yeah,
the place is in turmoil, man.
Turmoil. Like there was a guy that was just stood like he was sat down, but he was facing
he faced the wrong way. I seen him.
Yeah, facing the wrong way. It's mad. It's mad. But I'm just relieved, man. It's relief because boy, it would have been peaking there, man. Would have been peaking there.
Well, Wolves are on 2 points here. They're on course for the worst team in the Premier League history right now. Anyway, and hopefully that don't change on Saturday because we got them at the Emirates. But yeah,
you beat them 6-0, 6-7.
We need a few players to fill their boots, but we'll talk about that anyway. Yeah. I think the biggest news comes off the pitch, really. A player that didn't play this weekend, GRIZZ, has taken the headlines. Even tonight's game, I think more people are looking forward to Carragher's perception of the Salah interview more so than the game. So let's start with Salah. Let's start with Liverpool. Not the result. You drew the game. We know Liverpool's title race is non-existent this season, so no point going over that again. But Salah, man, big words, big interview, divided opinion, selfish. He's right. Where does GRIZZ land on the subject matter?
Just before, I didn't think that was the biggest news of the weekend. No. I thought it was the best team in the world that got beat. You know what I mean? The superstars, the global train, the non-stop, machine. The ones that were like rolling spliffs, writing little things about talking about tuna tins and haddock. I thought that was the big news. But no, crack on, GRIZZ. Crack on.
Well, I don't know. We can. That could be the big news this week. But if you do eventually,
that is the big news.
No, I agree. We'll make that the centerpiece of the show because we can't talk. That's the centerpiece, Steve. But we're a side piece these days, isn't it? Liverpool is just a sideshow these days, like Saeed was saying a couple of weeks back, like we're irrelevant. But Mohamed Salah decided to drop a Indy Kalia style bomber on the whole of football, man. I'm going to be very honest, Mohamed Salah, you guys know what he means to me. I don't need to go repeat what Mohamed Salah is to me and how I defend him to the hilt, and you lot get sick and tired of me defending him and putting him in all sorts of conversations, whatever, etc., etc. You guys really know I'm an honest guy as well, though. Like, take away the banter and all the joke and everything. I'll say how it is. And I'm not a fan of what he done. It has split opinion. You're right. Liverpool fans, non-Liverpool fans, up and down the country, the world, and he's immortalized. And some people think, he can do no wrong. He can say what he wants, how he wants, when he wants, and he sometimes knows that as well. And he knows the impact his words have. He absolutely does. He very rarely speaks to media, and when he does, there's always a reason or a story or backstory to it. You know what I mean? He knows what he's doing. And I just thought, no, Mo. No, man. Don't do this. While he was talking, while I was watching, I was thinking, yeah, this is nuclear. This is going to go nuclear. And I genuinely thought, guys, at the time, and obviously you guys are going to ask me and I'll give you my answer, but I genuinely, even at that time, I thought, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. There's no coming back from that. I can't be a fan of that. I can't be a hypocrite when condemning others. Do you remember I used to kill SAEED and Man United for their players to come in and everything. And I used to cuss him and say, "Shut up, man! Stop talking about the players. It's about the club. It's about your club." I can't be a hypocrite and suddenly say, "Oh no, Salah, Salah, Salah." It's wrong. No one is bigger than the club. I do think some of the sentences were a bit of a communication problem because his English isn't amazing. Just a couple. So before the Salah fans start saying, "No, he didn't mean that," I understand. Some of the things were like the media didn't portray what he actually meant, right? But absolutely against it, man. It's frustration. It's a combination of mistrust, all of that, man. But whatever it is, you don't go to the media, man. It's just you don't do it. You try and sort it out behind closed doors, man. And as I said, I've always been Team Salah, but I disagree with that, and I'm not in favor of it. So that's my stance on the overall thing. Yes, Slot has a lot to answer for. We've discussed it every bloody week. Slot has made mad mistakes. Slot's job shouldn't be secure. I get all of that. But in this situation, in my opinion, and I'm just anybody sitting on YouTube with a funny hat on, I think Salah was wrong. And that's my stance on it, boys. That's just me being honest.
Yeah, mad
Do you think it was
disgraceful.
the timing more so? You thinking the timing specifically, Grizz? Because had you won that game, would he have came out and said what he said?
Maybe not. You're right. But
He doesn't come out.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he does. But you just don't. But you don't do that. And he does it very meticulously and cleverly. Like when he goes to the mix on, because all the local journalists have spoken about how they ask him every game. Just they try their luck after every game. Mo, a quick word, and he always says, "Not now, not now." They go, "We've been doing it for 250 times," and he's only gone to the media 4 times apparently, 4 times. And this was one of those ones, and it was uncalled for. The things he said, they may have element of truth in them. So I'm not saying everything he said is bullshit. What I'm saying is I don't believe in going to the media to air your, what do they say?
Grievances.
No, your dirty laundry.
Dirty washing in public.
Yeah. You don't do it in public, man. You go and sit down and behave behind closed doors and you speak it out or say what you want. Because there are elements of things that I believe in as well, what he said. Like, I do think the hierarchy want to sell him. And I've told you guys this in private as well. I think they want to cash in on him. I think they gave the deal to him. I don't think they wanted to give that deal to him last season. You guys know I've been saying this. They done it because on the back of an amazing season, and it would have been seen as an absolute disaster if Trent and him left. So they had to keep 2. This is why they kept pushing for Trent until the end. I firmly believe if Trent stayed, they would have sold Salah. But the fact that Trent went, they were kind of forced to give him that fat contract. And I always thought they're going to sell him in the summer. Once they secure the 2 years, and then if we get a bid of 89 million in the summer, they sell him. Fast forward 6 months, it's gone to shit. Out of form, out of the plans. I told you that the attack will be Etikite, Wirtz, and Isak. The future, Mohamed Salah is in the future. I literally said it last week, actually. I said, when you said, when are we going to see the best out of them? When Salah's no longer at the club. And I think the hierarchy, the decision makers have decided it's time to get rid. But the manner of how it's panning out is nothing short of shambolic, embarrassing, circus-like. It's absolutely a disgrace if he doesn't get a send-off or the send-off, or we have to fucking send him off through the back door. It'll be an absolute disgrace, man. But let's see how the next couple of weeks pan out, because he's off to AFCON next week.
There's 2 sides to it, isn't there? There's 2
He's not done
sides to
himself
it.
any favours though this season. His form's been out the window. You're looking at people like Mo Salah to step up. Liverpool's in a crisis. The results have been terrible. The defending champions. They spent what they spent, so the pressure is mounting on them. No one's giving them an inch. It's players like Salah, Van Dijk, the leaders that have got to step up. Even if they're the ones that take the pressure off the new guys, they do the press conferences, they say the right things. If Mo Salah's got to be benched, then if it's all about the team, then he takes that and he you know, he don't come out with that. But I feel like there's an undercurrent at Liverpool. I feel like the dressing room sort of, it looks like it's split somewhere down the line. It's fractured to me, because you don't drop off that badly. A team that won the league. I know City won the league and dropped off, but you can half look at it and think, well, these players have what they did for 4 years. Are they tired? Is it just one of them things? Do they need replacing? With Liverpool, they look like a great side, and then they added great players. We all sat here and thought, fucking hell, Wirtz, you know, Kirkes, Frimpong, Liverpool are good. And then when they got Isak and Etitike, it was like, fucking hell, they've stepped it up another level. So to collapse like this doesn't ring right, because they're not bad players. The squad he's got is a good squad. I think the manager is close to losing his job, and I think if he loses his job, things will come out. I think Mo has had his day there. He's not looked the same player. He has looked like, you know, remember when Jurgen Klopp, a couple of his players like Fabinho and that, just had a mint season, and then the season after just didn't look the same player. He looks a bit like that. I mean, I don't think they're going to get the 90, 80, 90 million from Saudi anymore.
No,
I don't think so. And I think Liverpool will probably take a bit less. But if he's going to be a bad egg and he's going to be sulking, he's not worth having around, because the last thing Liverpool need now as a football club is somebody that like him sulking and sitting about. You don't need that there. So I feel like some big decisions have got to be made in the next couple of weeks, and probably him going to AFCON is probably a blessing, to be fair.
Yeah, timing. First and foremost, Toby, I know I mashed up. Yeah, but it's the first time I mashed up. Yeah, with the Liverpool player.
I'm not even talking about you, bro. I'm not talking about you.
Steve came in and doubled down on what I said. That's why I started laughing. I knew I mashed up, and Steve thought, nah, he must have said it. It must be right. And then he went, come on, etiquette.
Sorry, Etiquette is absolutely insane.
Love City, that guy. You know. I think Slot's the real win in this, though. You know, man, because now the pressure's off Slot. Nobody's talking about Slot. Nobody's saying, you know, Slot out. Like everything's about Salah now. Like everything's Salah. You get it? Like from a, he's got now maybe the backing of the club. You know what I mean?
He's got an execution of staying.
Yeah,
because of this drama, but he's a dead man walking.
No, I get it. He's a dead man walking. But
I know we've spoken to people. That's what I'm saying for now. No bombers yet. No haze yet.
Which one takes precedent?
Huh?
Look at the timing of it. Yeah. If you lot won that game, Salah wouldn't have done that, in my opinion. But because you drew it, I feel like Salah thought, if I do this, Slot will be gone by Wednesday. Right, but it hasn't worked out like that. In fact, Saeed's right. It's taken a bit of that heat away, because you know, leading up to that game, and every game so far in the past few weeks has been about Slot. So this whole scapegoating thing, I get it from I'm on the bench for the whole game point, but from a 400k a week, you've gone under the radar, mate. In terms of, a lot of people are more looking at Slot and more looking at Isak Wirtz this season than they have been looking at maybe you and Van Dijk, or it's been a juggle. So it could have been worse from a scapegoat angle. More people could be focusing, hold on, you and Van Dijk signed new contracts. You led us last season more so than Slot, according to a lot of people behind the scenes. But he's come out with it, and in my opinion, it's just done detrimental damage to his cause now, because Liverpool have a decision to make. Do we fast track that Slot exit to allow Salah to come back, but then he will feel like he's got more power than we want him to have? But then a top Salah is a Premier League winner, a difference maker in games. So do you just go make a decision on that based off of manager that, yes, he's won a league, but you're not certain that he's going to be here in 6 months, let alone 6 weeks? Do you get what I'm saying?
Do you know what? In the past, when he's come out, he's got his way every single time, Salah, because he's timed it impeccably. He's a master tactician like that. This time, I agree with you. So I think Saeed said bad timing, and I think it's backfired on him, because it's not come out a good time for him. He thought he might win this time as well, but I think he's lost personally. yes, it's given Slot a bit of galvanized support because you have to. We've all discussed it in the past, haven't we? When a player comes out against, we're seeing it at Madrid, for example, when they go against the manager, or other teams as well. We've seen it at United so much. We've seen it at Chelsea in the past as well. When you go up against the manager, blah, blah, blah. Usually the board backs the manager. If a player comes out against a manager, they always usually they back the coach, they back the manager. And Liverpool have come out and backed the coach, I think, in this situation as well, and they will back the coach. Today's press conference from Slot was the most angriest, or I don't know how the word or mood to describe him. I've never seen Slot like this, basically. And his one statement was, usually I'm very nice and calm, but doesn't mean I'm weak. And I thought, okay. Arnie's come like Arnie Schwarzenegger here, because he changed tone. He said, I'm not weak though. And Salah, wherever he said, he's not going with us, Italy. Like, you know, he's not going with us. And they said, have you spoken to whoever? He goes, no, I told him in front of everyone. He's not going to Italy with us. He told Mohamed Salah in front of everyone in training. He didn't even have a word with him and sort it out. He said, you're not coming to Italy. So, as my brother once famously said, the curtains are on the wall.
So Salah made it public, so he has every right to say it in front of the group. The whole group have seen the interview. I think with Salah, yeah, it's very cheeky because he had the opportunity to speak to the mixed zone all throughout Liverpool's poor form. He played in those games. He was shooting up in the crowd, not having any impact. He's not tracking his man versus PSV for the third goal, etc., etc. He walks past the mix zone every time. He's got nothing to say. Van Dijk will handle it. Van Dijk will handle it. And everybody's telling me, oh no, Van Dijk's the captain. Salah doesn't have to speak. He's not the captain. Okay, cool. Now Salah's been dropped. Liverpool are still in the same slump. Nothing's changed. But now he has to speak. Just tells me he's more upset or more interested in his own personal accolades and his own personal stature than he is about the team. But we know certain players. We know certain players of the past. I hear that, but I think it's disappointing. I think it's disappointing from him because he is already seen as a king at Liverpool. He's already seen as, you know, Mount Rushmore, whatever you want, one of your greatest ever players. He doesn't need to do this. He doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. If Slot doesn't want to play him, brother, you're not going to get sacked. You're not going to lose your job over this. Slot's decisions are going to. He's already on the edge. It's not even the manager's already on the way out. Really, let's be honest. Xabi Alonso is one sacking away from things changing. Salah can come back into the team in a couple of weeks. He can go to AFCON. He can come back into the team after AFCON. The manager may already be gone. All he's done is slightly dent his legacy, potentially. I don't know. That's Liverpool fans to decide. But you have literally, probably not. But all you've done is literally just, you've thrown yourself into the fire. There was already a fire there. You said, let me go and get involved and let me go and burn up myself. Why? For what reason? What did you gain? Nothing.
I think, you know what, you make a very good point, right? About he didn't need to do this because the house was burning. The house is on fire already. It's about to turn to ashes. Yeah? Leave it. Why are you running to the petrol station and getting one more little? No. Let me pour one more liter.
It's crazy, bro.
Make sure. But I listen to this one though. I genuinely think no information, no ITK bullshit, just pure conspiracy theory opinion. Yeah, I genuinely think he's been rage baited. You know that new word these days, rage bait. We use it on Tobs every week. To doing this.
Oh.
Yeah. To doing this. No. I'm telling you now because there's no way, and you guys know. Doesn't matter how crap Mohamed Salah is, you don't sub him 3 games in a row against weak opposition, and don't bring him on in 2 of the games. Like, don't bring him on. Like, that's going to be my point. You know he's going to explode. He's been rage. That was going to be my point. Edwards and Hughes have used Slot because let me tell you now, Slot isn't in the overall picture. Is a nobody.
The Dutch do it. Van Gaal did it. Ten Hag did it. They don't really give reasons as to why you're going to be dropped and their communication is very, very frosty.
I think he's been used by the hierarchy side. I think the Edwards and Hughes and the owners, they've said, look, we need Salah gone. We need Salah gone.
Nah, come on, man. Yeah. They just gave him a contract, 400 grand a week. Come on,
but they didn't want to. We spoke about it the last show. They didn't want to do that because Trent was leaving.
I just explained it to you. I just explained it to you.
I know, but then
they had to do it. They had to give it to him. Once Trent goes, once Trent said he's not going, not staying, they had to give it. And I think they were going to sell him in the summer anyway.
But then if
look how long it took them to give the contract.
If that's the case, then maybe this is a blessing in disguise for them, because now they've got their perfect excuse to,
it's not blessing.
Accelerate.
No, this their plan. I think there is. That's why I'm saying there is elements of truth in what Salah's saying.
You think they've purposefully not played him so he could have a lash out, and then they'd have a reason to sell him?
I firmly believe it.
Do you know what, Grizz?
I think it's a valid point.
Even if that's going on, if Salah's had his last game for Liverpool, this is the way his career ends. Like, if that happens, you kind of want to go out silently and you can speak after the fact in a calmer setting, in a better setting. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to leave on this note. But I get it. I get your point.
I'm with Grizz.
Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, I'm with Grizz on because the thing is, when he first spoke, right, I looked at some of the games they've played, and no disrespect, they've played some teams that, okay, cool, you can experiment dropping Salah, because Salah's been poor, been super poor. But then when you leave him out 3 games in the spin, and there are other players in the team who have been absolutely terrible, and they're starting. Cody Gakpo's starting. Because he scored a goal against West Ham, he's starting, right? Konate's starting. Do you get what I'm saying? McAllister's coming on the pitch. Like
Endo. Why is the hell's Endo coming on?
There are players in that Liverpool team that have been. Listen, Salah has been diabolical and he's been pammed for it. But there have been players that have been just as bad as Mo Salah, and they're getting minutes. So I can understand some frustration. Now, should it result in what he did? No, I don't think so. But even I was looking at it thinking, 3 games on the spin. I was expecting him to start against Leeds. I was shocked he didn't start, but I said, okay, you know what? The manager's trying something. Like, the manager is entitled to go with something that he 100%. Thinks can work. Absolutely. Then in the second half, when, okay, cool, at 2-0, I can understand not bringing on Mo Salah. Cool. When the game is 2-2, and it's an open game end to end, in my opinion, I know what Carragher said on his thing today. And again, it's a valid point because of the whole defensive liability, etc., etc. But in the end of the day, that game was already open. You weren't going to win that game because of your rock solid defense. You're going to win that game because your attack can overwhelm the opposition. You go out there, if they score 2, you go out there, you score 4, you score 5, you ice the game. And for me, that's where you can bring on a Mo Salah. They didn't do that. And ultimately they draw. Not saying that that's down to Mo Salah, but I can see his frustration. There are guys on this team who haven't even mashed 1/1000th of the work that he's mashed, and they're getting on the pitch before him.
But do you not think?
Can I just add one thing? It's not Salah's coming from a point of view. It's not about just the dropping. Apparently, guys, it's not about the 3 games and not coming on the pitch or whatever. Of course, that's the tipping point. Yeah. But apparently, this whole system and structural change where he's not seeing the ball. And I've told you guys that we're trying to become a centralized attacking team, as opposed to our strengths being on the wide attacking. Our style was based on coming from our wide forwards, and he feels, that he's being seen as which is natural and normal, man. When you get older, when you're not as good and young as possible, and the team have invested 300 million in their attack, then of course they're going to try to, what's the word? Cater for them. So he feels a bit let down and he's not being catered for, looked after, whatever. It's just a whole heap of things, and he exploded. And wow, it was a massive bomber.
Yeah, go on, Matisse. I'll go after you.
Sorry, I've even lost my train of thought a little bit. But I think my point was with Salah, I could understand trying to future-proof the team, because Salah is not part of the medium or long-term solution. He might be part of the short-term solution if he was playing well, but he's not. So is there a case where you could say, right, Salah, you do need to become a bit part, so I'm going to bench you because I'm going to need more runners. He's played Szoboszlai out there a little bit, right? Frimpong, you could make an argument, could play out there as well. You need more people off the ball who are going to press, who are going to track back. This is nothing that Salah can bring to the table. And to be cheeky, they're unbeaten since he was dropped. They were losing, and then they're picking up a point at least. Yeah, you can say what you want, but you're picking up points.
Should have lost against Sunderland.
Should have lost, but didn't. You know what I mean? So listen, my point is, I just don't. Regardless of whether he obviously knows what's going on more than anyone behind the scenes, it's still wrong to go about it that way.
Yeah, I think everyone agrees with that, though.
But then I always think there's never a right time to
yeah, but do you not think that last season when he was being begged to sign a new contract, he maybe was promised stuff? Yeah. Because he signed a contract, 400 grand a week. Do you not think that they were saying, don't worry about your place in the team. You're a big part of Liverpool Football Club. We want you to sign a new deal. You and Van Dijk, you're going to move us forward. We're going to build a team around you. And all of a sudden, he's on the bench. So he's probably thinking to it because he's got that big at Liverpool Football Club. He's a hero. He's a legend. The numbers he's got, you can't forget. He's an absolute unbelievable Premier League legend. So he's probably thinking, hold on a minute. These guys have took me in a room, told me about this 400 grand a week contract, promised me the earth, and now I'm sat on the bench. So he's probably got all that frustration in signing. The team are losing, people are criticising him, and it's just come out. It's how he deals with it now for me. It's where we go from here.
Because it's true, though. But that's exactly what he said, Steve. That's what he said. He said promises have been broken.
Yeah, well, you can understand why. Because last year it was touch and go. Liverpool fans were thinking, fucking hell, the two biggest signings of the summer's got to be Virgil and Mo, because last season's form, they were unbelievable. So you're thinking if them two sign again, that's brilliant because you know you've got a guaranteed 20 goals a season, fucking 18 assists, and you've got Virgil van Dijk at the back. It's not gone that way this season for whatever reason. And like you say, he's probably feeling upset, but the manager's in a tough predicament because his form has dropped that much. It's not like he's been playing all right. He's been playing that shit. He doesn't deserve to play, you know?
Yeah. The manager was no. I don't think anyone would argue with Slot dropping him.
No, you're allowed to drop. You're allowed to pick the team you want, 100%. But when it's someone like Mohamed Salah, he does deserve an explanation or a talking. And Salah claims that there hasn't been none of that. So do you get it? So it's not like dropping Gakpo, for example. Yeah, like,
that's a big statement. Yeah.
Do you get it? So this is Mohamed Salah. You do need an explanation. Say, look, I need to do this. I need to firm up in this situation. I need to stiffen up the team on the right hand side. You're Mohamed Salah. You'll be back soon. Let me work on a few things. Apparently, the communication is totally gone.
But it's though, when you look at it though, you should be looking at Edwards and whatnot, thinking. So you're saying you want to force him out now, but like, I get it. You wanted to give Salah the contract, but now to say that this is a tactic just to force him out, I'm like, it feels like a whole waste of time. But it just feels like a whole waste. No, but I get it's business. But now it's one of your legends, right? Why would you want to do that to one of your legends? This is your legend, bro. It's not like a Ronaldo thing where Ronaldo, let's be honest, man, like he was not at the level where Ten Hag, where he wanted him to press. Salah can still press. Salah can still move around.
He can't press.
No, come on.
He can't press.
No.
He doesn't do it.
No, come on. It's not as like finished as what you lot are saying.
He can't.
He doesn't do it. It's not. Forget about not being as finished as what.
SAEED is very similar, man. He can't.
Doesn't the same level. Not similar as Ronaldo.
Where have you seen Salah pressing?
He doesn't have to be gone as Ronaldo.
What I'm trying to say to you is though.
Yeah, but it's about his effectiveness for Liverpool. It's about what they need, what the manager needs.
Who's effective in this Liverpool team?
Yeah, bro, no, we're not disputing that. But when you're watching Mo Salah play, listen, physically, forget about, put the pressing aside. Yeah, he can still carry the ball up the pitch, but it's about his effectiveness for Liverpool. He clearly isn't as effective as he used to be for Liverpool. His powers are quite literally faded. They're faded.
It's too simple to think that Salah's not effective anymore. Was he showing a bit of a decline last season? I know, Liverpool, 100%. But I think it's more tactically why Liverpool are so poor on the slot. I don't think it's necessarily to do with Salah's overall game being finished. That's why for me it's kind of mad. If you would have seen this, envisaged this, you could have seen this in summer.
You can blame Liverpool. You can blame Slot for Liverpool's structure off the ball. You can blame Slot for Liverpool's inability to actually generate loads of chances. But we have seen Mo Salah with the ball in prime Mo Salah positions multiple times.
It's been poor.
Yeah, but multiple times this season, and so many times this season, the execution has been in the pits of hell. It's literally been unlike Mo Salah. Unlike Mo Salah, bro. Come on, man.
No, but that's why it makes me even feel like, bro, you could see that then towards the end of last season. Then I know he got the goals, but you would agree, Grizz, that he wasn't as the same as, you know, maybe a couple of years ago, and maybe his power and his pace have gone. So why now say he made a mistake? That's why I just don't get it.
Do you remember when he said, well, I don't know if you saw the interview where he said, I told Slot, let me play my game, which meant don't make me run around chasing the ball like a kid. I'm not a kid anymore. Let me play my game and I'll deliver you goals and assists. Yeah. And he done that. He stood on business. Yeah. Fast forward 12 months or a season, and we've got a whole new attack, pretty much a new way of playing without Trent at the back as well. It's not that same structure. It's not that same way of playing. He has to do things differently. Now Slot has realized very quickly in the opening however many games that he can't afford to have a passenger. Now, I know people with stats are telling me he's running the most still and all that business. I get it, but it's not as effective. So if he's still running the same, but he's not getting the goals and assists, then Slot as a coach, as a good coach or a bad coach, good decisions or bad decisions, he has to be allowed to make a decision and call and select his team. And if he hasn't selected Salah, that's his prerogative, and he'll lose his job for it. Like Matisse was saying, if he just carries on, he'll lose his job for his decisions. Mohamed has to concentrate on his own game, carry on playing, and not go to the public to air that. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Salah. What Salah is saying is not right or true. I'm saying you don't do that at this time, at this stage of the season. Go to the public, because he's about to lose his job. He's about to be mashed up. His tactics or the way he's coached Liverpool is being blamed left, right, and centre. Let him burn himself down and the whole house down. Why are you assisting? You ain't assisted in weeks. And now you're assisting.
If you have to pick one to keep, who would you keep?
Yes, that's the question.
That's a nasty question. That's a nasty question.
It's one.
I hear you.
He's going to pick Salah. Of course, he's going to pick Salah.
But it's not a foregone conclusion, because Salah's not part of the future, man. But I don't believe Slot is right now either. So Salah.
I don't even think it's a hard question. Why is that?
I don't think it's a hard question as well. You keep Salah.
Why would you not keep Salah?
Because the answer really is neither. You get rid of both.
Neither.
Really.
No, I agree. Obviously, that's easy, man. That's easy.
What I meant is because I'm a believer of whoever the club have recruited or selected to be leader of the ship, as in a coach or manager. You back the manager, but this manager is not good at the moment, and he's about to be sacked anyway. Do you get it? So that's why it's close. Otherwise, Salah always Salah.
The whole people at the club thing takes it away from Slot a bit, though. So even a Slot sacking, whilst he's at AFCON, doesn't really fix his situation, innit? I was going to ask that question. Huh?
Carragher. I thought he was. I'm not going to lie. I thought most of it was bang on, man.
I didn't see it. You know, was it mad?
He went brazy on him.
Yeah,
he went brazy on him. He went brazy. The thing is, he went brazy on him, but he was so right for most of it. Like the only thing I objected to was when he was going talking about like for Egypt, you've not won anything.
He got a bit personal.
He was doing that to antagonize Salah, but everything else.
Carragher has got a nasty side to him. Carragher has got antagonizing.
A bit better in it.
Can be very disingenuous, and you don't talk about Salah in the tone that he said. So I get some of the points he made, and I actually agree with some of the points he made. But obviously, he went on a nuclear attack. because there is a bit of needle between them. So he's going to come across like he's going to say it like a dickhead, but if you deep what he said, some of them were true.
He drew Carragher out anyway. That's where it kind of started. And
yeah.
Not to
100%.
say Carragher didn't have harsh opinions before, but you mention a man in that sort of a way, then expect to get something. And I think all of us would probably pick the player in this situation if we look at one of, and that's the difficult thing for Liverpool fans, because legends, if I put a legend in that position and then a manager who's just won one league title and has started the season the way he started, I think it's an easy one, really. But because Salah says the whole back room and someone above wants him out, the slot situation doesn't sort it, in my opinion. But we'll see. January round the corner. Let me do super chats on the subject. GJ says slot still needs to go independent of the Salah situation. We back long term if there is a clear vision. The sooner he goes, the sooner we save the season.
Yeah, I just don't know about the timing, how we do it now. I think we need to secure the target before we make moves on slot. And I believe we are making moves on targets.
Big up the members, Lee. Every time Salah goes to the media, it's always to benefit nobody but himself. Such is the way he is on the pitch. A lot's been said about that as well. That doesn't help because, that doesn't look good either. Just Waffling says, the almighty FSG and slot managed this rebuild so poorly. Salah demanded to be played a certain way last year. They agreed. Then they overpaid him and got rid of the players that helped him shine. Now they're shocked that he has an ego. So that's a good way to look at it. Much was said about, Salah and, having a conversation with Slot early last season and what would work, and it produced the league title. Ferez says, it don't matter who you are, what you are. As Don Corleone once said, you don't go against the family. Fix your shit in private and write a book later. Big up Philippe. Philippe, hope you're good, my brother. Come on, long time. Surely GRIZZ selling Mo means a big January window. Probably need two wingers, a DM, a centre, and a centre back. Salah will always be a legend and a great. Liverpool are a mess. Big up Sadiq. I think both Salah and Slot should be gone. Slot for being a fraud and Salah is a legend, but unfortunately he is finished and he can't be coming out crying for being rightfully benched. Gakpo is crap. Managed to fit that in at the end. Hamza says Salah might have saved Slot's job because that man is getting away with murder. Every vital player from last year has regressed badly under him. Big up Abdu Talks Blue says 360 goals and assists in 420 forgotten because of one interview. Soon you will find out the problem is Slot, just like Villa-Boas alienated the likes of Lampard, JT and Drogba.
Before you carry on, I am absolutely in no way saying Salah is the problem. So I don't know if that's aimed at me or generally, but it can't be aimed at me because Salah is most definitely not the problem. I'm just talking about this particular incident. I don't agree with the interview. Hope you understand.
I don't think Salah's going to go on to have the success those three had after AVB either. I don't think he's got that much time left at the top.
No. Gok says, is this how a Premier League GOAT behaves? Did De Bruyne cry like this? Salah got his paycheck and now he's walking alone.
Yeah, a lot of people cried like this, man. Now move on. Don't revisionize and shit, man. Loads cried like this. They do that. Oh, every big player has an ego like that.
Hamza adds again, that bum Carragher was just waiting for any reason to go at Salah. This is obviously motivated by something else. Didn't go as hard at Trent for his antics. And the judge adds, Salah 6-month loan to win us the league with fire in his belly. Trossard, Salah, Saka, what we say in Turkish.
More players.
Love more, talk less. Says FSG blew this. Poor relationships with champions, Trent, Salah. Signings, manager and team badly underperforming. Hiding failure behind gullible fans.
No, it's not FSG, man. It's the people they've hired to make those decisions you have to criticize.
Louis says, don't you think the club promised him consistent game time? He is dropped for performance, but Konate plays every game, so he's frustrated with the club. And Sadiq adds, only way I agree with Salah is the fact Gakpo plays. That guy makes me lose my mind. Slot should be sacked for that alone. Chiesa should be playing. Where is this? 10B says, "Hi lads, cheap bastard again. Just wanted a quick snipe at the great GRIZZ Khan again. Football's a humbler. Humility has been trying to find GRIZZ, but never found him because of his hat."
Oh, this is a brother with the 200 rupees who's always on me. Yeah, big up.
Big up Ryan. Big up the big six as usual. This Slot and Salah situation was so unnecessary from Mo. Like, he should have just had this conversation behind closed doors. But at the same time, I see his frustration.
Yeah, very, very good. Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Afa says, "Do you think Salah did this for Egypt? Is it true he has never won the AFCON, but Egypt have won the most ever? Maybe it's a messy situation pre-World Cup and his focus is playing back into form before he leaves."
He normally stinks at the AFCON anyway, so I doubt it's that.
ZC, you sent this twice, so I'm just going to read the one. Shame on fake GRIZZ for supporting that cult riding, boring slot and Florian Bundesliga verts over Salah. Players do not become bad overnight.
See, I'm glad you brought this up because we like to highlight good super chats, bad super chats, and stupid super chats as well. And this is one of the reasons why I've not even bothered on Twitter anymore, because that's a proper Twitter take. How did I back slot and verts over Salah? What, like, did he not listen to my monologue? Like, what's his name? ZMS. Like, did he not listen? And you know what?
He's not listening. He's not listening.
He's not listening. To rage bait you, and it's what
he sees it as Salah versus Slot.
He's taking about for
GRIZZ. This is for him. This is Salah versus Slot. Pick a side and shut up. That's it. There's no conversation about it. It's pick a side.
And the funny thing is, and you know the funny thing is when SAEED said Slot or the Turkish asked Slot or Salah, I said Salah. Yeah, and he sent 4 £5 super chats, 20 quid, brother. You could have bought a takeaway for your whole family.
It's so funny because you also said you think Slot should go.
He didn't listen to any of that. Just that bit where I said Salah was wrong in the interview.
Hamza says, "You guys love neutered superstars in the UK. Imagine telling Messi, CR7, or LeBron they can't call out the manager or ownership. Matisse, our club legends have gotten many managers fired publicly."
Yeah, they have, and they proved their point afterwards. I don't think Salah's going to do that in this situation, and I still don't think it's right. I still don't think it's right.
This is the second time you said that. Why does he have to prove his point afterwards?
If you're going to come out, absolutely. If you're going to come
but would
out,
you not argue what he's done is enough? For
no. If you're going to no, because
why is it no?
Because what you've done up until this point has meant that you're on 400k a week, has meant that you're one of the greats at Liverpool. You're going to get all your flowers. Don't worry about that. The Liverpool fans are going to worship you and all sorts. If you're going to call out the manager publicly like that, or you're going to call out the ownership, call out the board, yeah, you're going to have to perform afterwards. Absolutely. And he's not going to, is he? So unless you're going to back it up with performance afterwards, doesn't justify doing it, which is what all those guys in that list have done. But I still don't think you should do that. I don't think you should do that.
Fair enough.
Z adds, "Salah did more last season than Gerrard did his entire career. GRIZZ, please stop supporting Liverpool. You're fake and a terrible fan."
Don't rise to it, Chris. Don't rise to it.
I mean, for you now, GRIZZ, these lot, what's going on?
Yeah.
Big fan.
This is the beginning of the end. Massum says, "Unc, you told us."
They kicked me off Twitter. They're trying to kick me off the Big Six as well.
You left Twitter?
Yeah.
Bruv, he's left. He's leaving everything, bruv. He's leaving all the platforms from. We'll be gone soon from Big Six, and then what are we gonna do? Big Five?
Oh, yeah, because he's gone IG already, isn't it? His IG's off. So what? Twitter's off now as well.
MySpace finished.
Wait till January transfer window, man.
What about TikTok? You're on TikTok?
I'm going YouTube full time.
Oh, bro. Shut up, man.
Massum says, "Unc, you told us you made a mistake."
Focus.
The way we all just said, yeah.
Shut up, man.
You told us City made a mistake by forcing Pep to stay last year. Well, you were wrong. Did your club make a mistake by forcing Salah to stay?
I don't think they forced Salah. I think Salah actually forced them. Steve was saying, he did. He kind of forced them about. He kind of begged for that contract as well. So it was a two-way thing.
Why always me says Salah was the main reason Liverpool won the league last season, and Slot should thank him, not bench him. Change his role instead. MH had every reason to do it. Use MH.
No, I agree with that. He hasn't, obviously, Slot is to blame for not making it work. Absolutely. It's his job to make Isak, Salah, Wirtz, all of these players work. That's what a coach's job is. So, yeah, he has failed massively in that respect.
Big up Triple O. Slot should be jumping for joy. Salah's statement has just given Slot an extended time. The board can't sack Slot now because it makes Salah look right or more powerful.
Agree.
Twinny says Dutch manager falling out with a club legend to the point he has to vent to the media. Slot has turned Liverpool into Man United in record time.
You see Piers Morgan in the comments. Did you see him?
Nah.
He's like basically asking for an interview, innit? He wants that interview with Salah.
Oh, yeah.
He ain't gonna get it, man. He ain't gonna get it. That would be crazy.
He's too funny, Piers Morgan.
Martin says Salah was begged to stay because 500 million lined up in other positions and couldn't afford replacements. Nah, the 500 mil, if anything, in hindsight, you look at it and say you probably could have let Salah go, bring in superstars, and people would have understood it. Triple O says Liverpool fans sing "You'll Never Walk Alone," yet they, especially Carragher, have treated their legends like crap recently. First Trent, now Salah. They just won UA League.
I don't think Liverpool fans are treating Salah like crap, though. Are they?
No, I'm not that I've seen.
To be fair,
they're just saying the right thing. They're saying what he did was wrong. What he did was wrong. Yeah. I'm not seeing anyone call him a rat or anything.
I was going to say, am I treating him like crap? But I'm against what he done. So if you think, not you, but if people think that's treating your legend like a crap, then that's up to them. But he's still a legend.
I agree with the Trent one, though, wholeheartedly.
It's a different thing. This
is a different thing. I'm just saying I agree with it.
Yeah.
Bill says remember Klopp wanted Götze and Brandt, but the wizard brought him Salah and Mane. Has the computer nerd transfer guru juice ran out?
Time will tell. Time will tell with these signings.
Isak, bro. We're not even talking about Isak. Isak's getting away with this, guys, by the way. Isak, boy. Boy.
Blaze says, remember when Grizz was talking about the Gehi transfer collapse like he was being robbed of a generational dream? The hyperbole. Imagine how he's feeling now.
I was proved right, though, didn't it? Without Gehi, look at that collapse. And look at Gehi's season so far. Gehi's been one of the players of the season so far.
Yeah, he's been solid.
Cool. I mean, yeah, enough on Liverpool. Big up the community as well. Man. I've been seeing.
Are you being Inter? Are you being Inter tomorrow?
Oh, get out of it, man. Asking me questions like that, man. Are you doing rage?
I'm being serious. Are you being Inter tomorrow?
I'm not being serious.
Did they just smack up Como 4-0 or something?
You know, he thinks he's being serious. I hate when he does it. I'm being serious.
Well, I'm asking you a question. Are you being Inter tomorrow?
Don't ask me a question.
So you might be going out of the Champions League, you know.
No, we're not. We'll be fine.
A couple more, a couple more have come in. I'll get them now. Microwave Palmer says, to be fair, this mess Liverpool are going through was going to happen at some point, not as dramatically, though, in his opinion. A player like Salah was never going to leave by being phased out. And then this one here from Z, on top of the rest, Grizz, you criticized Pepe, Sancho, Pogba, Grealish. All of them were on less money than Wirtz. Why do you remain quiet on him? Remains quiet.
That's probably his best super chat of the night.
That's his
cool. Sorry, I just got this one in because I see a lot of the community sending these over. Love for the love, people. I didn't know YouTube started doing wrap-ups, but Vedant says glad to be in the top 0.2% of viewership for the channel. Keep up the great work, guys. It means a lot, people. The community make it what it is. So love to see it. If you're, if you're part of that 0.12, 1%, 3%, 5%, whatever it is, tag us up, let us know, send it through. Always enjoy seeing it.
We met this brother out in, was it the New York trip? No, which one did we do the backyard chat in the thing?
LA. LA.
LA. This brother out. LA. And big up.
In the car park. All right, cool. We'll keep it moving. 6.6K here. Hit the like button, people. Let's get to 3,000 likes. Why not? Just under half. Surely it can happen. I know it's a late one, but it's late for us too. And let's get into more of the football talk on the pitch rather than off the pitch. And the title race is heating up. If you believe there's a race yet. Arsenal lost, City won. 2 points is the gap. Chelsea couldn't capitalize. And yeah, that's how it stands at this moment in time. Arsenal Villa being the main result of the weekend. Not good. We spoke about it yesterday on a debate that came out on the channel. But yeah, not good. I mean, if you're if you're a big Six fan and neutral, it's great for you guys. There's a battle on the cards. But yeah, 2 points is the difference. City are the team closest at this moment in time, and we've got to bounce back from a poor run of form that, in my opinion, it's on the verge of unacceptable. Even though in isolation you can say it can happen. I said this on Loose Cannons. Villa away, it can happen. Sunderland away, it can happen. Chelsea, it can happen. But when you put them three essentially back-to-back in away games and 3 in the last 5, there's too many it can happens over the last few weeks that Man City have capitalized on, and I just feel like you're not allowed many more it can happens in a season. Now, listen, we ain't won the league in a long time, over 20 years, so maybe Steve Grizz can elaborate on that, but we've had a bit too many it can happens over the last 3 weeks, and yeah, it's not made for great reading when you consider we were 7 behind City a week ago when Leeds pulled it back to 2-2 against them. It could have been 9 points, I think, but a week later it's 2 points. So yeah, all of that doesn't read well, but I look at our fixtures coming up, and listen, a lot of us try and console ourselves with the fact a lot of away games are out the way. I've been keeping an eye on City, and City also have a few away games out of the way, including us. So we're not the only ones that have had big away games in the first 15 games. We've had the most, but City have had about 3 themselves. If I include Brighton in that, City have had a few away games. So we've got to bounce back. The problem is, it's the same problem from earlier this season. The defense wins us the majority of games. That's the platform, right? So the attack hasn't been under the radar as much as it should be. But then now Gabriel's out, now Saliba's out, Mosquera's out, and the defense is weaker, albeit still strong, because we did spend money and we've got a lot of depth. It's still strong. We are weaker. The set piece threat, it's not as existent as it was. We're not even winning corners as much. So we haven't scored a set piece goal in the last five games, I think it is. So the problem in attack is highlighted more. So I look at players that have just come in as well as players that are there. I mean, Saka needs to continue stepping it up. I'd say he was the best of a bad bunch in attack against Villa. I think he had his good moments, but equally, I think he had his bad moments. It wasn't a great performance from Saka, but it was better than the rest, right? And he had the moment for the goal as well. So yeah, apart from Saka, the attack leaves much to the imagination. And I include Gyökeres in this. I include the new signings in this. Eze. I think, again, I said it on Loose Cannons, but the honeymoon period is over. I feel like the dropping points in 3 of the last 5 games, the defense being weakened, more emphasis now on the attack. I think, the whole, let it all work out. We enjoyed that. Very nice, right? Gyökeres mask, we enjoyed that. Very nice, right? Albeit we've only had a few chances to do it. And Madueke, okay, 3 good games in the first 5 at the beginning of the season. We don't need good now. These men came in to make the difference in attack. So I don't give a shit no more. There's no soft stance on this. Moving forward, this week, Bruges and Wolves, fill your boots. I don't care how you fill them, fill your boots, right? Because Everton away the week after, the way we've dropped points in the last 3 away games, Everton away is a must-win, in my opinion. So I'm looking at the attack more than ever. Not really looking at the defense and blaming that, because I don't think that, as much as we got injuries there, I don't think the defense is costing us. Yes, Hincapié in that moment should have cleared it, but I feel like if the attack did more, if the attack was more clinical, if Odegaard played a through ball instead of shooting, if Marino got that through ball in the first 10 minutes, right, we win the game, right? But it's still those moments in attack that we're not getting right. And we picked up an L. Is it a blessing? We'll find out, because the mental test comes into play now. Because 5 points, 7 points, 9 points, that mental, test is a bit further away than it is now. Now City are 2 points behind. It's up to us to show that we've learned from 3 years ago. We've learned from 2 years ago. So yeah, not happy about it. It can happen, but again, that doesn't console me at all, because yeah, 7 points dropped in 3 away games. It's not ideal. So I tend to look back at Sunderland not holding on. I look at Chelsea. Why didn't we step it up a gear 2? Why couldn't we step it up a gear 2? More than I look at this one. but in accumulation, it becomes a problem. So yes, we lost. I think it was poor, and I think man need to step up in attack, and that goes for everyone in attack, whether you're new or whether you've been here for 5 years.
Tobs is smiling.
Of course, he's smiling.
I'm just shocked.
Are you shocked?
Very shocked. I'm shocked because a couple of weeks ago, some of these men that you're telling need to step up, we were told were having good seasons.
Who?
Let it all work out. Let it all work out. Literally,
I wonder why he's the one in your head.
No. Literally 3 weeks ago, we were told this guy's having a good season, and now 3 weeks later, it's these men need to step up. These men need to step up.
People weren't saying Eze's having a good season. People said he's had an impact this season.
You said you gave it what, like a 6.5 out of 10?
Yeah, that's just above average because of the moments he's had. Though I explained that. I didn't say performances in general have been acceptable, right? I mentioned that.
It's been all talk about Arsenal but Aston Villa were very good. I thought they were good value for the 3 points. They actually, like, I think when I look at the two teams at the top of the league, Arsenal and Man City, I think Aston Villa, they completely nullified City when City went there. And then against you, they opened you up. That was probably the first time this season where I've actually seen an end-to-end game with Arsenal. Normally with Arsenal, it's quite like controlled. You don't really see many chances given away, but Aston Villa, bro, and I'm not saying that you didn't give it back to them. You had your moments, but they really, really took the game to you. I think you're talking about your attack, but I think your midfield struggled as well, bro.
They did.
Zubimendi was poor. Declan Rice, I thought he did okay in moments, but I don't think that was a good game for him. Odegaard was probably the best of the bunch. I thought he did well in the second half, but yeah, man. I don't know. Maybe it's fatigue, but then maybe it's also Aston Villa just raising their game, and that can happen. You can lose those games, but I think to your point, pressure is actually starting to build because we spoke about it on the debate, and obviously you're smiling, you're making your jokes and whatnot, but this is actually the first time in weeks where Man City are truly breathing down your neck. And when you look at both teams' run-up fixtures, okay, cool, they've got Crystal Palace next week, you've got Wolves. That something could happen there. It could go back to 5, but then you've got Everton away, and then I think they've got another game that can claw it back to 2. I think the next 6 or 7 weeks, boy, if it's not careful, yeah. And I think you may not say, you may think I'm chatting shit, but I meant everything I said on the debate show. You've been acting a fool the last couple of weeks because no one's really been breathing down your neck to put a fire up your backside. Now, Man City, they're there to put a fire up your backside. And lo and behold, a couple weeks away till January, if they reinforce their positions, Phil Foden is still firing, Haaland is firing. Now we've actually got a proper race. Now there's no more rolling up spliffs of people of no more haddock and all of this jazz. Now you're shook. Now we got a race.
You tell me what I am. And
do you know what it is, Robert? Do you know what it is? The whole
actually shook.
The whole family, the internet this weekend has been so quiet. It's been absolutely fucking blessed. It's been like walking down a nice beach. There's nobody there making any noise. They've all ran away. Their asses are twitching again about the tuna fish, the haddock, you know what I mean? The shark fin soup. It's all right when the shark fin soup and the tuna fish is far away down the road. You can throw stones and take the piss. And you can do little intros. Notice how there's no fucking intro tonight again. You know what I mean? But you can do your little intros about sharks and jaws. But remember,
we're going to get an intro for losing to Villa.
Yeah, you need to get an intro for being how arrogant you've been.
We're still top. We're still top. We're going to do intros for going top.
Your ass is going. You're not so arrogant now, are you? You're not so arrogant now.
Okay, the tables have come back. Get me £500 now about the league.
Your ass is going.
2 points difference. Goal difference is the same. There's no excuse of 7 points. Bet me now on the league.
I'll bet you now, 500 quid.
Yeah.
Wow. Bomba.
I like that. That's good.
We got him, boys. We got him.
Best thing is, I sat here and kept quiet, and I told you, we know where we need to be. We know where we need to be. Yeah, these men, it's all plastic, hollow, fucking confidence that comes out of them. I say it to you every single season about these people. What it is, it's bullshit. all dancing for the cameras and what we're going to do. And we've got this and we need this and we need that. You've been given everything you asked for. It's not our fault. You went to IKEA and bought a fucking flat pack wardrobe and put it up front because he's fucking dog shit. I told you about that, man. Get a flat pack wardrobe, stand it up front. It's got a better touch than that clown. Yeah? 3 goals in 14 games, Glockeres, all these fucking daft things that you're doing. It's all a gimmick. You see, we don't do gimmicks.
Wow.
We made up an imaginary shark, and these men are still rattled about it 3 years later. Yeah? So the shark might be coming back again. You know what I mean? It might be coming back. But do not slip and do not lose this league, because the amount of bullshit your fan base, Chino wearing, latte drinking wankers that have won fuck all.
I thought that was Chelsea.
Yeah?
I thought that was Chelsea.
You're the new wankers now. And at the end of the day, you've won fuck all. So please don't let this Man City team that was finished, this Manchester City team that was dead, that's never coming back, do not let this Manchester City team lift that Premier League title at the end. Because if we win this Premier League title this year, you guys will never, ever win it. Do you know why? Because you haven't got the fucking minerals. Your fan base is full of shithouses. Your team's full of shithouses. Your manager's a shithouse. Your fucking chairman's a shithouse. The whole club's built on fucking quicksand, ready to sink. And I tell you what, I sat here for weeks listening to the bullshit on all the chat, fucking mouthing it off. Steve's rattled. I ain't fucking rattled, mate. I'm enjoying it. This is what I live for. Big pair of fat bollocks right on your face, ready for the title. That's what's going to happen. So don't slip anymore in your one-horse race. That's all I'm saying. Don't slip anymore with your fucking £60 million striker and your £40 million Eze and the best defence in the world and all that bullshit. We don't want to see it, because at the end of the season, all that matters is this and this. And if you ain't carrying any of them, we don't want to hear any more fucking bullshit. So don't be dancing in September and crying in May again. Coming Euros, because if I'm doing knee slides on the Etihad pitch last game of the season, you'll be the first one to fucking know about it. So don't bottle it again.
We needed this. But just notice, big Man City had to come 2 points away before we got this, Steve. 5 points, he wasn't like this. 7 points, he wasn't like this. He's this close now, and he's back to being Steve again, right? So I've got £500 out of him in May. That Premier League trophy, I'm coming to collect it in May.
£500 out of you in May.
And now we've got enough clips to cook you in May too. So if you want to do any more,
wait. Turkish, you just said something. Are you actually? Is that trophy up for
Steve? Steve offered it. So yeah, Steve offered it.
I'll give it him. Because do you really think these fucking bottle merchants are going anywhere near that trophy? Are you mad? You know what I mean? And this one, been how many hundreds of years has it been? You've still not won that. And Aston Villa have got one in the trophy, just mocking it the other day. Your players all stood there warming up next to it. You know what I mean? It's like people are taking the piss, man. But the whole fan base has been giddy as fuck. We've had to listen to it all on air about all this, and Arsenal list the best team in the world, and this our season, no one can touch us. We're the best. We've heard it all before. I have heard all this same shit before. When I came out with the fucking shark, everyone shit themselves. And now the shark has come and make an appearance. The chat are talking about fucking sharks again, and you men are shitting it again. It's an imaginary shark. It ain't real. It's not real. Do you know in that intro the other week that Skull made and the shark blew up? You know that was Jaws 1. Do you know how many Jaws there is? There's about 5. So you know the shark comes back. It comes back.
That was Deep Blue Sea. The shark doesn't come back.
Yeah, well, yeah, in Jaws. I don't watch shit movies like Deep Blue Sea. I watch classics like Sharks.
Deep Blue Sea. This is what I'm saying. There's no culture there. Deep Blue Sea over
Deep Blue Sea actually is a classic.
Deep Blue Sea over Jaws every day.
You can't compare Deep Blue Sea to fucking Jaws, mate. You can't do that. Can you fuck me? Spielberg, man.
You ain't got LL Cool J in Jaws. What do you mean?
This is what I'm saying. But no, listen, there's not every man on this panel can vouch for the arrogance and sure petulance we've had to endure for the last fucking few weeks, especially you, Grizz. You've been getting bullied on that fucking mob every week off this guy. You need to sort it out, man. You need to give him a bit of his medicine because he's not confident. He isn't confident. He's not confident. He isn't. It's all bravado. They're all the same. There was men on certain channels smoking cigars with crowns on fucking 3 weeks ago. What's all that about? What are they smoking now? They're all fucking hiding in the house. No one's seen them. You know what I mean? And the AFTV mob, we're all getting bullied outside the away end with loads of men shouting, second again, ole, ole. And they're all there with their head down like that. Fucking embarrassing, mate. Embarrassing. You know what I mean? He's finished. They're finished now. Just go and win the league. Big superstars. Go and win the league. You know what I mean? Get it over the line. I've told you. for fucking years. I'm sick of the bullshit on this channel, listening to Arsenal fans. Go and win the fucking league and show me the league title. Don't dance in May. Don't moonwalk around the Emirates. Don't fucking do little fucking wacky, yeah. We've won fuck all and all that shit. We don't want to hear all that thing.
When it happens,
this has been 20 minutes of heat, bro.
When it happens,
mate.
When it happens, every single panel member here, don't allow this man over here.
No. We will be there. We will be there. No.
I used to back how many years?
He would have ruined my summer. His team would have ruined my summer. Trust me.
I can't see it.
I think it's too early, you know, man. I think there's going to be ups and
Star
downs.
Belgrade.
Of course, be ups and downs.
Yeah.
Of course there is. The point is, he's not so giddy anymore.
Don't let Steve, when we do it, say, "Oh, I used to rate Mikel Arteta. I used to tell you
No.
Because 7 days ago, that was Steve. 7 days ago, that was Steve telling us how good Arsenal are, how he said Mikel Arteta was a great manager first. Remember that? So when this turns it back around in 7 days, when we're back to what, 5 points, 4 points ahead,
we'll be there.
Don't let this whole energy dwindle. We're here now.
Mike, you know my energy don't dwindle. I've stuck my neck on the line when Man City were behind you a lot of times. I told you what was coming, and I fucking put my money where the mouth is, and we went and won it. And every time we've been in a toe-to-toe with you men, we fucking knocked you out and took your fucking prize and left you crying at the last day of the season. That's it. Yeah. And then Liverpool did it last year. So if you lose 4 in a row titles,
last year there was no race. Last year was no race.
If you finish second 4 in a row, that has never been done. That's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, 100%. No, we have to win it. I don't disagree with you there, and I still think we're going to win it. Hence why I placed the bet. Even now, it wasn't because of the points gap before that I placed the bet. I placed the bet because I believe we will, and this is the best way to do it. Someone that's delivered pain a couple of seasons, go and sort them out. So I'm with you. I'm still confident. Like 2 points is not good reading, but I don't expect you lot to beat Palace. I expect us to beat Wolves, and I think in 7 days the table looks a bit different again. And if we do what we need to do against Everton, like Tobe said, we've got a good run coming up. You've got a good run coming up, but you know, I mean, you've been as inconsistent as as anyone else really in terms of Aston Villa over the past 15 games.
Now is coming as well for you.
Yeah, I mean, in the last 5, we've been inconsistent. 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. That's literally.
There's one team in this title race that thrives under pressure, and there's one team that does not thrive under pressure. So when the pressure starts getting ramped up, we thrive in it and we go for it, and you crumble with it. So this 2 points in January,
and that's what we got to show.
This is bad for you.
We've changed it around. That's why
people say it's not the same City. Oh, it's not the same City. Yeah, player-wise, it's not the same City. Are we as good as City seasons before? No. But the difference is it's the mentality that runs through the club. When Pep Guardiola gets them chomping at the bit and gets them going and shows them what the end goal is, they can keep going and rolling and get shit done. That's what we're going to do. We're in it now, and that's it. We're there. We're ready to go. We needed to be. I told you where we needed to be. We didn't have to be there in January. We didn't have to be there in December. Around April time, if we're in this position in April time, I'm happy to stay behind you to April. Let you take the flak. We'll just stay there. Just keep touching away, because we know how it ends. We've
got more than enough. Scar, I hope you're watching, because the last 25 minutes has been packed with enough.
You better be watching, because what's he fucking doing? Because we've not had a GRIZZ intro for the last 6 or 7 weeks. Is he retired? Is he on guard?
I'll agree with the GRIZZ intro. He deserved a few. But
there's no way Man City lost 6 games out of fucking 9 that I'm not getting an intro. I'm sorry, that's just not happening. Yeah, I mean, the community need to call him out on it, because I think I'm taking the piss, but I'm just saying the community need to call him out on it, man. His computer might be broken.
When's this 115 in as well, for fuck's sake, man? Surely there's a points deduction now. I'm joking. I don't want to win it like that, people. I don't want to win it.
Do you know what, though? That would probably be your luck. You'll probably get to about 5 points ahead. City will get deducted 6 points. You'll win the league, and everyone will say you only won it because City got deducted points, and that'd be great.
The 115 title. But yeah, let me go into the super. I mean, well, GRIZZ and Matisse didn't really say much. Do you have much to say?
No, I'm experiencing extreme FOMO right now. That's all I have to say. I saw your result. My game was straight after. I told my people, focus. This result is completely irrelevant to us until we actually play. And even then, it's still pretty irrelevant because of how inconsistent we are in December. And it took 90 minutes for me to know exactly why I said that. So I've got no opinion on what's going on up there. It's none of my business. And I don't really even care anymore about this whole City chasing you down and taking it off you. Obviously, I don't want to see you win it. I'm getting tired of someone else doing my business for me, especially as a Londoner. I'd rather be taking it off you myself. I know Tobes is absolutely buzzing because he's got no
He's
standards,
buzzing.
but I'm not Tobes.
You've got some audacity. I'm sorry.
So
Like,
easy, isn't it? Look how easy that was.
It's not even.
Look
it's
how
not- no, no, I'm
easy
just-
it
I'm
was.
just-
That is
you're
nasty.
saying it's so easy,
So
but
easy.
you've got some audacity. You've got some audacity, but I'm not going to derail the conversation
No, that's
with your
fine.
rage,
Take the bait,
with
man.
your
Come.
rage baiting.
Let me
Because we
argue
know
with you.
you're giddy inside. You can lie and pretend all
Giddy,
you want.
you think,
Oh,
bro? No, seriously, I'm not. This is the
yes,
first
you are.
season. This
Yes,
is the
you
first
are.
season. Where
I
I'm
saw.
gen-
I've seen you on the mob. I've seen you on the mob celebrate, scream your lungs out when teams score.
I'm talking
against
about
Arsenal.
from now. I'm talking about from the weekend just gone. That's because we were fake in it. In my head, at least.
You were never in it.
Yeah, I
You were
know
never
that.
in it.
But I'm saying we were faking it till we made
No,
it. We
I'm
didn't
talking
even-
about you celebrating when you had put your guns down. I saw
Brother.
you celebrating like a celebrating man on the mob when your team had put their guns down.
What's he talking about?
I'm talking about you celebrating
We haven't,
teams scoring against
we
Arsenal.
haven't had a mob since we dropped points to Leeds and Bournemouth back to back and put ourselves level on points with United, a point above Everton, and 5 points behind Aston Villa. There has been no mob since then.
But Matisse, I'm not talking about since then. I'm talking about before.
That's the Matisse you need to talk to. Don't talk to me
okay.
about
So let's talk.
Matisse in October and November. Talk to me about Matisse in
Matisse.
December,
Let's
bro.
talk to this Matisse. Let's talk to this Matisse.
Are we segueing?
Let's talk to this Matisse.
Well, I mean, this is the last show where we actually integrate you into the title race conversation.
There is no integration into nothing.
No, but I mean, let's just throw. This is your last one. Here you go. Here's the main stage,
bro. Because he's like, oh, we choked in December. We choked in December. You're the same one who has been telling us for years that you always choke in December, but you thought something was going to be different this year. You're the same one who told us that your attack.
I prayed.
No, sorry. You're the same one that told us that you didn't do enough.
I believe you're deaf. I didn't think I prayed.
No,
from the beginning of the season.
You told us the end of your window was disappointing. You didn't do enough good business to close out the window. You said you didn't rate some of the players that you brought in, and yet you contradicted everything you said about your assessment of your window by then predicting Chelsea to finish second and then saying, oh, we could go to war. Oh, there's an opening. Oh, there's an avenue. There's an opportunity. You knew these things. You're not dumb. You're not Neanderthal. You knew these things would happen to your club, and yet you still went and said something differently. So excuse me if I don't have any sympathy for you, because you literally predicted your downfall. You predicted your downfall. And now you're coming here saying, oh, he has no shame. He has no shame.
No, I'm talking about in regards to your club. I'm talking about in regards to your club and like how excited you are about this, right? I'm talking about you.
Excitement. There's no excitement.
There is excitement. You're grinning ear to ear. You literally pulled us in for a debate that you didn't even run properly. I don't even know what the hell we even spoke about on Saturday.
Oh, sorry.
You pulled us in ear to ear. You're smiling. Because Arsenal have lost to Aston Villa. Hold on a second. Aston Villa have the best form in the league. You pulled us in for a debate because Aston Villa have beaten Arsenal at Villa Park. An Arsenal team that are depleted defensively, and you know damn well they're not playing Villa every week. And look how happy it made you. That's how out of touch you are with reality. Look how happy it made you.
They went to
Aston Villa and lost, and you're like, do you know how I know?
Do you know how I know you're cooked?
You beat Brentford at home.
Do you know how I know you're cooked? Do you know how I know you're cooked? This is how I know you're cooked. You're fried beyond belief.
You wanted Arsenal to beat me.
Wait. Hear me out. The reason why you're cooked, you're literally Mars in batter right now. You're literally Mar in batter. You're cooked. You're deep fried because you're running the same playbook he's running. You're running the same playbook he was running.
A couple weeks ago, you wanted Arsenal to beat Chelsea. This is how cooked you are.
Listen to me well. You're running the same playbook that he was running to us, me and you, not just me and you a couple weeks ago. That tells me you're cooked. You're a broken man. You're defeated. I watched your post-match reaction, and they bring me joy. If you want to call me pathetic, call me pathetic. They brought me joy because I've sat here and seen you waffle about your stupid club for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and shitting on my club. And now, lo and behold, look at you. You're getting bought by Leeds. and now you're dropping points to Bournemouth, and now, like you said, you're inches away from Man United. You're inches away from these teams that you said that you're considered better than. So, excuse me for enjoying that. You and your legion of Chelsea fans, you deserve everything because you deserve it. You deserve it.
When I see them actually drop significant points to a team that are not anywhere near their level and are not in the form of their lives in Aston Villa, and I can actually say, oh, the wheels may be falling off, then I might crack a smile. But I'm not gonna out here parade because they lost to Aston Villa away from home. I'm sorry, I'm just not. You're parading. You dragged us in for an emergency meeting, brother. You did.
I drag you. Oh, sorry. Me turning up to work is dragging us in for an emergency meeting.
Brother,
you live there. You live there.
Hey, relax.
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 You dragged me at my house.
I didn't drag you nowhere. I was going to watch Ransom Vance fight.
This is what we're doing. We're turning our contract obligations into. If you want to play this game, cool. I just won't come next Sunday. If that's the game you want to play, I won't come next Sunday. You cool with that, Turkish?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool then. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. Don't shit on me because your team are making you angry. Yeah, focus on you.
We gotta give Unai Emery a lot of credit, man. The first 4 games, no goals, and look where they are, man. 3 points behind Arsenal. Massive credit. They deserve to win, man. I know we'll talk about Arsenal, how poor they were, but the substitutions were good. Sancho's cameo, I don't know for you lot, but I thought the Sancho cameo was nice. You know what I mean? Best wing in the league, man, according to some. You know what I'm saying? So
you bring up Villa, and the first player you mention is Jadon Sancho.
Yeah, I'm being seriously though. No, real talk though. Don't do this. We're not gonna do this. His cameo was actually good. If you watch the game, no. If you watch the game, Sancho's cameo was actually good. Like generally, he came on.
He did well for the goal. He did well.
Yeah, he did well, man. Let's not do this.
I love your point. I love your point about Unai Emery because I genuinely think. And guys, what do we think? I want to get all your takes on it. Second best manager in the league. Second best manager in the league. One question at a time. Is it a second? Is it, guys? Is it a second best manager in the league?
Relax yourself, man. You were saying
now you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot. That's if he's a second
prisoner at the moment.
But why would you ask? Why would you
ask this a couple weeks ago?
So then you take him a Liverpool.
Guys, I'm asking a question. After Pep, is he the best manager in the league, considering all he's done at all the clubs he's been at? And I don't want to go through the things he's won. And
he's second most decorated.
I'm asking.
When we ask you about Isak, Vert, Slot, Salah, all this moving forward, you're gonna understand. No, because when it's time for Liverpool to be cooked, you're quiet. You're like,
humble.
I told you this. You started the season talking about slander names for your friends, and now you're trying to mention managers and rankings.
You're trying to cook Arteta, man. I know what you're trying to do.
Bro, we know that through ball was last year. We've had that one already. Choose the better manager. We've had that one.
Nah, GRIZZ is funny.
Would you take him at Liverpool?
Yes, I'd take Unai Emery at Liverpool. But answer the question. It's just an opinion, guys. I'm just asking a question. To Steve, do you reckon he's the second best manager in the league currently? Who's the second best manager then? If not
recency bias, though, we're doing recency bias.
You got to judge it at the end of the season. You got to judge it at the end of the season.
No. I mean, overall, man. Overall, in his.
Oh, at the minute, he's probably at the minute his team are on the best run. So on the run side of things, they're doing all right, but it's not going to last.
Who's the other contender? Who's the other contender? Do you reckon? Arteta. Who else?
Not Slot.
He wants a clip.
Bro, Slot on the league.
Why are you not going
I don't understand. What are you trying to get out of this question?
You're now trying to do rage bait. You were calling people rage bait.
Trying to get out of this question.
You're now trying to do rage bait.
It's good because it makes me feel better when he's on the ropes. It's better.
I'm asking a football question.
The thing is, right?
I'm a football man. I'm asking a football question.
Let me ask you a question.
How can we say Unai Emery is? How can we confidently say? Listen, he's done a fantastic job with Aston Villa. But how can we confidently say Unai Emery is the second best manager in the league when he literally has not finished second in this league?
Yeah,
he's literally never finished second in this league.
That doesn't make any sense. He's the most decorated.
Of course, it makes sense. Of course, it makes sense. He's finished in the top four. He's finished in the top 4 in this league once.
Oh man. I'm asking a question. You don't want to answer it? No problem. Let's move on.
Yeah, but no, but I'm asked, but I've asked you.
I'll answer my own question. I'm such a shit question. I'll answer myself. Yeah, I think Unai Emery is the second best coach in the Premier League.
So if he goes on a bad run now, yeah, and he doesn't win in the next 4, are you still gonna say this?
No,
no, I'm talking about his time at Seville.
No, bro. Because it feels like for me the questioning is right now.
You don't tell me how I feel about my question. No, it's not. My question is relevant.
Yeah, I can because the way you put it out. You put that question out to get a certain response. Yes or no?
No.
Facts.
No.
No, you have. You haven't asked that question because out of genuine,
they just beaten Arsenal. It's relevant. We're talking about Arsenal Villa. I'm asking a normal question.
Yeah.
You don't want to answer it? No problem.
Yeah. You're funny, wallah. That's all I'm
He's a quality manager. Well, I just don't know.
He's a good manager, yeah, bro.
Okay, who's the second best manager in the league? Okay, different question. Who's the second best manager in the league after Pep? Interesting question.
To be fair, like I look at it by for me, like if you say Arteta, yeah, Arteta tactically is one of the best in the league. You know what I mean? We can say that. But right now, I feel like it's just Pep on his own, bro. After that, you could say Slot. Yeah, I don't know why you didn't put Slot in there. He's won the league.
No, I'm not putting Slot in there. I'm asking who's the second best manager in the league.
You just won the league, but you put Unai Emery as won the league.
No, I'm asking who's the second best manager in the league.
Forget it. In your opinion? I'm done with that question anyway. Move on.
Say no.
It's a wild question because last season Pep was finished and he was shit, so he won the best.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I'm asking.
He was scratching his brains out and all that, and that was him fucked. And now he's
at the moment, man.
Now he's the best in the league. You said Man City was finished.
I don't know, man.
Finished.
I don't know.
We're not going to be back for a long time.
I don't know.
Hey, I was out for Carmel. He's sitting there as champion, says Man City are finished, he won't be back for a long time, and his team are about fucking 12th. His manager's getting off, and Mo Salah's doing one. He's fucked. Karma's got you bad.
Listen, in a weird way, I'm still going to win this season. If Arsenal win it, you're getting it, and if they win it, sorry, if you win it, Arsenal getting it. So look, there's always a rainbow at the end of a storm.
But regardless of if me or Steve wins it, you're getting it either way.
You're getting it either way. As long as you stay up.
Right. What does he think, Steve? That we're just going to let him
win? This is crazy. Can you get measles twice? Can you get measles twice?
You can't get measles. You can get measles and rubella.
I've already got it, bro.
Played that card, Danny. The feel sorry for me card.
500 million.
Played the feel sorry for me card. All
500 million.
He's been poorly. He's been sniveling. He's had his hat on. He's come off Twitter. He's come off Instagram. He's not cut out for the losing session. The winning session last year, he was on every single channel. He was bouncing. The man had a glow about him. This season, he looks like he's homeless.
Oh, man.
It's
finished. It's finished.
Yeah, let me. You know what? I need to bounce. So Matisse is going to take control of the super chats and whatnot. There's a fair few super chats in the building as well, but I'm not sure why Matisse's camera's closed. So I'll get them started if anything. Matisse, you there? No. All right, cool.
I'll be camera's down a second.
Yeah. Let me see if we can get the Arsenal ones in first. There's a few United and City ones. Oh yeah, Arsenal, City, and Chelsea, to be honest. Let's do Blue Moons here. Big up you, man. Can we talk about actually, let's save this because we haven't really got into the City game. So yeah, that's more about the players. Stupid Yellow Shirt says Turkish looks like we're done out here. Fold the club. Our nickname should change from the Gunners to the Runners. Up. Ox 6-month contract incoming. Yeah, when I saw Chamberlain played in a behind closed doors friendly, I was thinking, why? But yeah, it is what it is. And weekly reminder of laughing in September, crying in May. Bottling it 4 years in a row will be a feat deserving its own gold trophy.
If that happens, you should write to the Premier League and say, look, nobody's ever done this. Can we get like a platinum trophy for it or something? Then you can write another book. Is yours platinum? Did you ever finish second 4 times?
No, we can't finish second again. Just don't do it, man. Just don't do it. Turkish, who do you think is the most important player for you? Gyökeres or Havertz? Victor's been a bit meaty, I can't lie. Bro, I don't know what you're asking me here, man. Like, you know, they both need to prove their importance, right? So, you know, right now they're important because they play in a position where we need more in. but they need to prove how important they are moving forwards. I just don't know how to answer that otherwise. Big up the panel. Please don't be afraid to start cooking our brother Turkish now, because we ain't winning the league. We ain't winning the league. Bro, this is what I'm saying. I got Arsenal fans putting me on a plate.
This is
Arsenal
pathetic.
fans.
This is pathetic.
I told you,
It's just one loss.
Get a grip, man. Get a
Give
grip.
up, brother. Give up.
What's going on right there, man?
Come on, man. You can't give up already.
This is pathetic.
wait.
It's literally December,
Man said
and you're
start
still top
cooking
of the
our
league.
brother Turkish.
Yeah,
That's
pattern
the
up, pattern
first
up, man.
super chat
Pattern
I've
up.
seen from the guy. What kind of a first
Come on, man.
donation is that? LFC says Arsenal crumbling again. Big Steve is coming. We've seen this story a million times. City will reinforce in January and win the league comfortably. Ryan says it's make it happen or bust with Mikel if we dare go another season trophyless. But yes, our attack lacks real style, sharpness, and creativity. 2 W's this week coming, I feel, but Everton away is the next real test. It is. T Dot says Odegaard dancing out of tackles is going to cost us the league. Gyökeres, Eze are the scapegoats. I don't see a scapegoat yet. I just think the attack.
By the way, just I don't know if you guys talked about that. Gyökeres cameo was awful. I know.
How is it different to many of the cameos we've seen?
But bro, that was
When he comes on.
Yeah, that was
No, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
But when you know my thing is, yeah, I can admit it's bad. There's no honeymoon period anymore. But
I hear you.
In terms of the attacking players for Arsenal, yeah, Trossard's been the best because he's had the most moments. Saka's been the closest to best in terms of overall contribution to a game, but even he's far off. Outside of that, it's all moments dotted throughout. So as much as, yes, Gyökeres, he looks stiff times, he comes on, he doesn't look good. I agree with that. Without a doubt, I agree with that. But the attack in general, that's why I look at Mikel to fix this issue, because it is an issue that once upon a time hid behind the defense in terms of the defense solid. You know, we could win games 1-2-0. The platform now, there's no, you know, well, there is a defense, but there's nothing to hide behind now. The reliance is on you to deliver. And Matisse, can you take over from here? Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, cool. People, I'm gonna bounce. Usually don't do this, but I've got to do this. Love for the love. So yeah, I'll
Come on, bro. Love
you, man. Yeah.
Big up, man.
Let me even figure out where he was actually on Super Chats.
He was doing Arsenal ones. Anything with City, he was leaving till we talked about the City game.
Oh, fair.
I'm right there. So if you go to that one, it's everything underneath that one.
Okay. Let me even try and find it. Is there any other thoughts on Arsenal just while I'm looking?
No.
We're done there. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Last week I was reading, if you have the ball, you're the victim, and Mourinho starts up front for almost every team. Now they're saying Arteta's waiting for 29. All right. Obviously, that's in relation to Havertz. Mad. Big away games left: Arsenal, Spurs, and City. City, Sunderland, United, Spurs, Liverpool, and Chelsea. Let's talk in May. Steve, Turkish will be £500 richer. Big up Wisdom here. He says Eze should stop doing interviews and roll up his shorts. The midfield has been costing us. Subimendi 4 times. He's cost us a goal this season. And Steve, City haven't won 5 in a row this season. Just so you know.
So what?
How's that thin soup tasting now? That's to Turkish as well. Tielemans plus Kamara. I need to hear some respect for my midfield. So underrated. Shit all over Liverpool and Man United midfield. Emery's annual Arteta dog walk.
I ain't gonna lie, they got a good midfield.
They walk into Man United's midfield.
We blamed you a couple of weeks ago.
They walk beyond midfield.
Yeah, I want Tielemans. Of course they do. Tielemans a baller, bro, and Kamara is a player as well.
Sure.
They didn't mention first. They mentioned Man United, didn't they? So I don't know why you're getting so angry.
Steve, I was going to
argue it.
To be fair, I expected you to do it, to argue as well.
Why would I argue it?
Because you argue everything. So
no, not true.
That is very true. You're arguing with me about whether you argue everything. Steve, would you rather win the Champions League or take the league away from Arsenal? Now you know the emotions of winning the Champions League.
Great question. It's got to be the league this year, Steve.
Come on, Steve. You know what it is.
Steve, you know what it is. Why are you waiting?
Steve,
Come on, Steve, man.
If we win the Champions League, that's 2. It's nice.
It's only one behind
this year the league will be crazy. The Premier League.
But if we win it this year, then it's like just for them to finish second again 4 in a row would be unreal.
Yeah, because then you could do the 4 in a row.
But they'd somehow turn that into they'd somehow turn that into some sort of positive, knowing them lot. You know what I mean? It's a bit weird.
No, you can't. You just can't. But yeah.
Gyökeres will come good for Arsenal, but he's been underwhelming. That's coming from head of the Gyökeres Defense League. He gave up 2 million to play for us. There's a lot of Arsenal fans that went to Sesko before the window, and obviously Steve was saying Sesko would be better fit as well, so it's interesting. Funny that you're talking shit about you here in Arsenal this and that many years, but this is the first time you feel like we will win it. Come on, you Gunners.
It's not though. It's not, because we a lot of us thought Arsenal were going to win the league 2 or 3 seasons ago. They've been set up to win it a long time. It's just that they've got to get it over the line. This is for me. I mean, at least I stick my neck on the fucking line if I say it, how I feel. I'm not trolling. But the Arsenal fans are a bit too easy to get at. It's easy, man. You know what I mean? It's like, it's so fucking easy. That video of me going around this man cave showing the trophies, I must get 30 comments a day off it. I wish I'd put it on proper on TikTok. I would be earning fortunes off it, but it's mad. It's just crazy, man. They're too easy to rattle. And it's not everyone, because there's some real good Arsenal fans out there that I have some good banter with and that. And Turkish, he knows, he's worried, man. There's the face of a worried man there tonight. The arrogance that was pouring out of his pores for the last few weeks is not there no more. He's a little bit worried about it, I can tell, you know. He knows that.
Tobes saying Turkish acting the fool. Most ironic statement ever. Tobes legit loses his mind in airports, hotels, on the pavement, everywhere. By the way, enjoy the banter from Steve. Entertaining. Keep it up.
I could sit here and go, Arsenal are a good team, and we're still second, and I don't know if we and all that. That's what pussies do, mate. Let's fucking have it, man. Let's have it. I'm sticking my neck on the line. If you win the league, come and cook me alive. Yeah. Facts. But if we win the league, I'm cooking you to death in a George Foreman grill without the fucking fat drain at the bottom. I'm just cooking you raw. You know what I mean? So it's coming.
Jesus.
Oh, this guy's funny,
Jesus Christ. No, I'm telling you.
No, I stood outside the Emirates. I stood outside the Emirates in front of about 500 Arsenal fans. I had Premsy with me, my Mancunian Arsenal brother. I was the only one there. And I told him there was an imaginary shark coming to get him. Yeah. Do you know how much balls that took? I thought I was getting murdered that night. You know what I mean? But the shark scared him as if it was real, and it was great. And long may it continue, man. Long may it continue.
As an Arsenal fan, I hate our fans online, and agree with Steve. Listen, if we don't show balls to lead the league until the end, then we don't deserve a title. I'm going to go through the last few and then I'll circle back at the end, people, so we can keep it moving. It must have been more fight in Matisse versus Big Steve about who has the saggiest chest in Chelsea's last 2 matches. Much love to all you guys. Great content. Yeah, that was quite a funny argument there. Turkish, the man is no Arsenal fan. Saliba is back. We are beating Wolves and City is losing to Palace. I don't get the panic, my fan base. Did they think we would just walk the league? We must and we will.
I don't think Turkish is panicking, to be honest.
No, he's still backed them to do it, and he's still saying it's going to get done, but he's just saying people need to step up and play better, which I agree with. I think the attack's getting away with a little bit too much now because the defense has been on point. Now it's not because of the injuries. They got to step up and carry their weight.
With your next super chat, I can tell me what makes you a bit bigger and better Arsenal fan than me, please, because I see you talking shit about banter is part of sports in your next super chat. How about winning trophies is also part of sport? How about that?
This guy was leaving.
This is it here. Banter is a part of sports. We would make life unbearable for everyone if we win. We should also be ready to get cooked if we don't. Therefore, we must. You must indeed. You must indeed. Whose team was next? Surely it's not me, is it? It must be Liverpool 3 Leeds 3. Did we? Oh, City. Oh, yeah, because we're staying on the title race, aren't we? Yeah. Actually, yeah. So, Steve, talk to us about City because you beat Sunderland 3-0. Very, very good win. Sunderland have been brilliant this season. So, how are we looking at that, bro?
Yeah, it was a weird game because obviously the Fulham game, the couple of nights before was mad, conceding 4 goals and conceding 2 to Leeds. We were thinking, right, we need to put a statement out there. Obviously, the Arsenal game finished before, so if that's not motivation for the players to get up for it, then you know they had a tough game against Liverpool at Anfield, but they are a good side. They're a very big physical side, 5 at the back. He has built a team to survive, I think, but they're doing more than that. They're catching a lot of teams cold. They do play a bit of good football, but we basically dominated the game. They had a couple of little spells where we switched off a little bit. Donnarumma saved us and that. But just before Ruben Diaz scored, I said to my dad, they're happy with Diaz with the ball at the edge of the box there because he ain't doing fuck all with it. And literally 2 seconds after I said that, he smashes it 25 yards in the top corner. So that was a bit mad. We're no longer the Haaland team. Everyone else is chipping in with goals now. Josko Gvardiol again off the corner. And then second half, we hit the post with Doku. Rayan Cherki was unplayable. I don't know anyone who watched the game, but if you did, I think SAEED, you watched it. He was gliding around the pitch. Everything touch.
Quality.
Positive. Little flicks, turns. Him and Foden got that little bromance going where they're on the same wavelength. He actually could have had a better assist when he went down the touchline, beat a few men. He chipped it in Haaland off the volley and the guy headed it off the line. And then the third goal, Phil Foden, the Rabona, he's taking the piss, man. You know what I mean? He's snapping ankles and then he does that. And Foden right on the end of it with the header, 3-0. But it was a good win. A clean sheet was most important as well after the last couple of games where he experimented with putting Foden wide and leaving us a bit, putting Bernardo wide and leaving us a bit short in the middle. But overall, we did fantastic. And like you say, he's got us playing good football and we're getting results at the minute. You know what I mean? We're scoring goals and things start to happening. We just got to get Rodri back. You know, Rodri, people forget about him. We need him back. If we can get a fully fit Rodri back January for a title running, that's fucking massive. Like massive. You know what I mean? So that's what we want to do. I understand Pep's not playing him. I believe he's been fit for a few weeks. I believe he's not happy about it. But Pep's obviously don't want him to lose him. You know what I mean? He had a bad injury. So we're doing all right. We're ticking over. We've got some tough games. And it's the inconsistency that we're not that team where I feel like we can go on 8, 9, 10 runs at the minute. I feel like we're still ticking along and he's still playing with it. But we're definitely, now we can smell that bit of blood near the top. We've got to put the pressure on and just keep going and keep going. But like you say, with Erling Haaland up front, with Rodri back in midfield, with Donnarumma in net, the spine of the team will be good. And all these players around him, Cherki and that, you know, Doku, they're all stepping up, Foden. So, yeah, we're looking good at the minute, but we'll see, man. Tough game coming up midweek at Madrid and then Crystal Palace. It's not my, people know on this channel, it's not my favourite place to go, Palace. So I won't be going there.
Oh, you're not going?
No, I've still been. I'm not the great. I'm recovering from my illness, so I'm still not 100%. You know what I mean? Where I need to be, but I'm not risking it going down London. But after Palace, I should be fine, and then I get back on it again. You know.
I'll be honest. I've actually gone to 2 Palace games the last 2 game weeks, and I wasn't massively impressed with some of their players. Like Nketiah plays at the moment; he's absolutely.
They haven't got a big squad though, man.
It's like they're playing with 10 men, and that's the thing. They still got the Conference League to juggle as well on Thursday, so I don't think the Palace away game will be maybe as tough as it should be because of the Thursday game.
We own one for the FA Cup last season. We own one for that. Fucking Dean Henderson handballing the ball outside the box, all that shit. So. I feel like we're set up. I think we've got a good little setup to deal with these teams now. You know, City can be quite resilient. It's just, I think we've got to get to January, get Rodri back and tweak it a little bit. We've got players on the bench, the players on the bench like Oscar Bob and Savinho and etc. They're coming on, but they're not making a real impact for me. My problem is say like City are 1-1 and we're going into last 10, 15. We need to change it. We need to bring someone on that we know is going to do something. I feel like these players are a bit of a gamble. They're a bit of a risk. You know what I mean? You don't know what you're going to get. City over the years, they had a bench of like Riyad Mahrez. De Bruyne might be sat there. You're bringing them on. You know something's definitely going to happen. Even starting Cherki, there's going to be games where Cherki's not going to be in it. You know, and he'd probably be better coming off late on to bring you something. But Pep's got it under control, I think, because he's had his little tinkering around with the team, and it backfired at us at Villa Park. It nearly backfired at Fulham, and it nearly backfired at Leeds. So I'm hoping he he learns by that. But I'm pretty confident we can start a little mini run together. We got West Ham after Palace. Do you know what I mean? And then we got I think we got Brentford. No, we got Chelsea then after Christmas, in it, January 4th or something like that.
Yeah, January 4th. Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see, man. We'll see.
I knew Sunderland weren't going to do much. Even though, to be fair, they had 2 good chances, man, to make it. You know what I mean? Was it 2-2?
Yeah, Diaz dropped a bollock, put him through 1-on-1, and he saved it, Donnarumma, and then they hit the post with
Big
a shot.
save.
Doku should have scored though, when he curled it round him at the post, and Haaland should have put a bit more power in that to put it in.
Yeah.
And Phil Foden again, man. I'm going to ramp him up. You know, he was good. He was good again. He was playing with a bit of fluke, but he seems to have got his mojo back. I think he got 9 goals this season or something already. He's doing all right, man. So, but him and Turkey have got this little, you know, if you watch the warm-up before the game, the pair of them are doing mad tricks and that to each other. It looks like they're on the same wavelength. And you know that when you over the years, you've watched football teams where 1 or 2 players are on the same level and it ticks and it works when they start balling. And them 2, they just enjoying the shit, man. They were like, it was like 2 kids in the schoolyard thinking, you know what, we're going to smash these. And they went for it. But Sunderland, I've got to give them a bit of credit, because for a team that just got promoted, they're not like your usual team that got promoted where they want to try and put 10 behind the ball. They actually did want to try and play a bit of football. So fair play to them. I think that they're going to cause teams a lot of problems, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Man. Now, Turkey, unbelievable. I can't lie to you, man. That Rabona was ridiculous. But I think if the other one went in from Haaland, that would have been unbelievable as well, man. He's a quality player, man. He's a quality player. 30 million. He's only got, what, 5 assists in the amount of minutes that he's played.
He's a proper baller.
Yeah, he's a baller.
He should have scored. You see the shot he hit low down. The keeper saved it.
Yeah. He's a good keeper, though, that Roofs guy, you know. Good keeper, I think. That Sunderland keeper.
He's like he reminds me of Santi Cazorla a little bit in terms of his dual-footedness. He's very pure.
Yeah, he's 2-footed.
Yeah, very pure.
I think it's no coincidence as well, because Steve spoke about the relationship Turkey and Foden has, but I think it's no coincidence that Man City are finding the ball to Phil Foden in and around or just outside the box. I think if you look at last season, that engine wasn't there where he was getting the ball where he wanted it. I think now...
Last year, it was poor, man. No one passed the ball side to side. It was shit.
And that's my thing. I've always listen, I get people when they say Phil Foden, he's got the technical quality to play everywhere, but...
He's got to get the ball in them. He's got to get the ball in them areas.
Get it to him near goal, because he's his left foot, very, very good finisher of the ball, and he's very good at timing his runs into the box. That's the thing. For me, great finisher of moves. If you get him the ball in those spaces, he can punish.
You know what happens, Toby, with England is the same thing that happened with City last year. They play him in that middle. You watch how many times for England he's screaming for the ball, and the players like Declan Rice, etc., they're just not quite brave enough to try and slot that in there. They'll rather go safe left to right. Then what happens then? Foden gets frustrated, drops deep, and then he's in the middle of the park. He's no good. You know what I mean? Plus, with England, you got Harry Kane dropping into that space, wanting the ball as well, which just crowds it all out. But with City at the minute, they've had to bring players in that can free him up, and now you're seeing the best of Phil Foden from because he's getting the ball where he's dangerous. There's no point giving him the ball deep. He doesn't do nothing with it, you know.
How confident are you for Madrid? The super chat saying, Steve.
Listen, Madrid are on a bad run of form. I've been to Madrid when we was outstanding and got beat. I've been to Madrid when we were shit and won. City and Madrid over the last few years, it's been like a bit of a ding dong. So I literally have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea. I'm just looking forward to the game, you know.
Are you going?
No, he's not going.
Random thoughts.
10 fucking times. If
yeah,
if I can't stand, it's not I can't stand it, but it's just Madrid in it. I'm sick of it, you know.
Yeah, if Alonso loses, man, he's sacked, man. So GRIZZ, you might be happy with that, man. You might be rooting for.
I can see that happening. I can see City beating him getting sacked, Slot getting sacked, and then him going straight into Liverpool.
Random question about your. Oh, go on.
I was going to say, do you think guys think that Alonso will move into like 2 big clubs just straight away like that? That's the only thing I'm thinking. Like from Madrid and then straight into Liverpool, but it makes kind of sense long term. but I think it probably happened at the end of the season. I reckon.
It's a poor look for Xabi Alonso if he leaves Madrid
You know
that
what I mean?
early.
You know what I mean?
But
Yeah.
if he has to, then he may as well take the job, isn't it, for Liverpool? Can't say no. It's a random question for you, Steve, about your thoughts on Celtic Park. Have you been to Celtic Park?
Yeah. I'm a Rangers man, I'll be honest. I'm not particularly fond of Celtic, but one thing I will tell you, when I went to Celtic Park in the Champions League, City 3-3, and it was probably one of the top 4 or 5 atmospheres I've ever been in a stadium. The Celtic fans were brilliant that night, and like you say, it was it's quite a good place to go. So if you ever get a chance to go there, go there. But when it comes to Celtic, not for me.
Cherky, what a player, perfect signing to crack low blocks. City have done it again. Yeah, very much a pure playmaker. Look at Tobes smiling and blushing every time Steve talks about Arsenal, like a little schoolgirl with a crush. Get off your knees, you're a grown man.
We've got him rattled, Toby. We've got him rattled.
Steve showing chest now feels fake and unlike him. He turned into post-surgery Pamela overnight after we lost to Villa. It's not like we shipped 4.
Tell me that you don't watch the show. Like, you clearly don't watch the show. Big Steve showing chest. Like, I don't show chest. Fuck's sake.
Same cycle with Unai every season. Goes on a good run of form. Gets called second best manager. It all starts stinking it out. Everybody goes quiet. Hilarious.
Facts.
Yeah, there's a cap to Emery. I think we've all established that a long time ago now.
Second.
Quality manager, but it's facts, bro.
I'd like to think he's not the second best manager in the league in terms of.
I'd like to know who is. I'd like to know who is. None of you lot give me a name.
It's almost like the world class debate. If there isn't anyone, then I guess there's no one there.
Literally, there's no one.
If the Premier League product, doesn't. No. But I'm just saying the Premier League is a product in terms of the quality of managers. You don't want to be sitting here saying Emery's the second best manager in the Premier League. That's all I'm saying. So if that is the case, it's not a good thing. I don't think he's well decorated, but he's capped, and that's why all of his European success is Europa League, right? It's not Champions League, it's not Premier League titles, not top.
He's a talented manager, but
he's a talented manager at a certain level.
He's a ceiling.
Who's second in your opinion? It's just there's no facts, it's just opinions. Yeah. No one's
just take him at Liverpool. Take him at Liverpool, and maybe he can become the outright second best manager. Because then we can see what he can do.
I'm starting the second best manager.
I don't even with that question.
Palace is City's bogey team. Don't forget it. Who do we want to move on to next? It's actually hard to even know who we've come.
Your club.
Oh, okay.
Where did you think? Where did you think, bro? We're gonna talk about Wolves. Man United beat Wolves. Tottenham. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean, bro?
There's not. I'll be honest. And I have no problem like laying into my team, but there is really not much to say after a 0-0 draw at Bournemouth, where we would. You
should have won.
We were just shit. I mean, we don't deserve to win. We should have won, yeah, but we didn't deserve to win. We didn't create enough chances. We didn't do anything well. The whole back to front of the team was just poor. Tossing, poor. I'm pretty sure everybody can see how poor he is. Manager should never have picked him. He should be picking Josh Achampong over him, but I feel like that's a broken record at this point. He should know that. He did admit to that after the game, but it's a bit late now. Sanchez is probably the only guy that can come away and say he had a good game. Fofana was very good, actually, to be fair to him as well. Probably our 2 best players there between those 2. But Enzo Fernandez, poor. Cole Palmer, first start, so I'll give him the grace, but he was poor. Passing from both of them were poor.
Yeah.
The best players in the attack were probably the wingers, Neto and Garnacho, but with those 2, you're not going to get anything. You're not going to get any guarantees. They might get you a goal, but they probably most likely also won't. It's you can't look to these guys to decide you a game or to win you a game of football. If these are the 2 players you're turning to on the pitch to win you a game, then you're lost. And the striker situation is a joke. João Pedro is coming in there for Delap. Delap's injured now for 6 to 8 weeks. Gu came on for him, didn't look good, didn't look ready at all to hold up the ball to play at that level. Even though we have called for him to get opportunities, but again, when you're calling for Gu, 19-year-old who was loaned out to Sunderland for a reason to get opportunities in the Chelsea team, that's meant to be going for something significant. You're cooked. So
have we overrated Liam Delap, guys? Have we overrated him?
I told you guys on this panel when you guys were trying to
Only
convince me
this.
it was a good sign. And I was like, I don't really know
Yeah, but
about
for
that
30
one.
million,
Yeah,
It
I
was
know
a
for
decent-
30
it was a
million, but you
decent
could spend
signing.
60 and just get what you actually need to get.
It was a
Do you know
decent
what I'm
signing.
saying?
I don't think it's overrating per se because he looked a good player
that's what I was going to say.
at
Yeah.
Ipswich. But my thing is, he looked a good player at Ipswich.
So you're
And we've
saying big
seen-
fish, like small fish, big pond?
Yeah,
in-
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Because you're watching him play now, and
Big fish,
for
little
all his
trout.
for all his flaws of Nicholas Jackson, Jackson looks clear of this guy. Clear.
Yeah, but come on, bro. Like Jackson wasn't the standard as well, though, man. Let's
No, I'm
be
not
honest.
saying he was, but that's my point. That's my point.
Yeah.
This guy was brought in to be an upgrade on Jackson, and we're talking about Jackson, who wasn't good enough for Chelsea, and
Yeah.
Jackson looks like a country mile better than the lap in a Chelsea shirt. Country mile.
Mhm.
So that's
Yeah,
my
100%.
point. I think
Fundamentals,
he's,
everything.
I don't think he's a bad striker, but I think some players they just can't hang at that level. And right now, unless we see a turnaround, it's looking like the lap is falling into that category.
Bro, he was fast tracked. His next move should have been to Brentford
Bro, Everton wanted him, bro.
or Everton, or it should have gone to a mid-table team next from Ipswich. Remember, this is Ipswich to Chelsea, and you're taking the number 9 shirt. Do you know how ridiculous that is? It's insane. That is an insane.
We loaned him out. We loaned him out. He went to Hull. He went to teams like this. Didn't hit the ground running there. It was no good. He only when he got to Ipswich, he started finding his form. And I think Matisse says he's right. I feel like he missed a step on the ladder, and he got up there a little bit too quick to be Chelsea number 9. Is a bit mad, So
there's too many mid-table players at top clubs.
He definitely shouldn't be first choice at Chelsea, but
No.
I think for 30 million, he was a very good understudy. The problem is your first choice striker, and we've discussed it in recent months, isn't a gunman. You understand? He's not even a striker, some would say. So that's the problem Delap has, because he is pressured into playing and scoring goals.
But he hasn't really been pressured into playing. He's not played that much, but when he has played, he's looked poor.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he's not played. He's not the only
I
person.
think Pedro's disappointed me more, guys. I can't lie to you.
I hear you, Saeed.
More from Pedro.
The manager
we
said that
knew what João Pedro was.
João Pedro is a 9.
We knew what João Pedro was.
Delap has been given the number 9 shirt as well. So
Yeah, but
there's
no,
that.
hold a minute. The reason why I'm disappointed, because with Brighton, though, man, and I don't know whether he's not getting that kind of like maybe same freedom, but he would go in them central areas. He's like a playmaker,
He's
this
not.
João Pedro guy. But no. What I'm saying is, though, at Brighton, I feel like he was getting a lot more freedom, and maybe you could get away with that at Brighton. But I just feel like, even though he's not getting goals, bro, I expect him still to be.
Nah, come on. He's had that freedom. You're babying him. He's had that freedom at Chelsea. He's picked up the ball.
Yeah, no, but I get that. That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen any of the stuff.
It's the classic thing that I always tell you. There's a lot of players now. We look around the Premier League. You look at Brentford, the Igor, the striker, etc., etc. You look at these players who are ticking along for these clubs, and people go, "Oh, we should get him. He's playing well." But there's a big gap between them teams and the elite teams. This is what I said with Semenyo. Semenyo is a very good player, but what I'm trying to say with him is, no, he might be good enough for Liverpool in 12th, but he ain't good enough for us. You know what I mean? In second, this is what I'm trying to say, and this is you'll find it out. Nobody's taking a punt on him. Someone will take him a little bit up from Bournemouth. They'll take him, but for playing for City, Chelsea, United. City, Chelsea, Arsenal.
I hear what you mean.
Pedro is a good. The thing is, when he was signed, I looked at that. I was thinking, do Chelsea really need this signing? Like, he's a good player, but he's not.
You talking about João Pedro?
Yeah, João Pedro. When they signed him, I said, this is not a needle mover for Chelsea. It gets this. This makes them marginally better than they were last year. Literally, this is what I said in the summer. Marginally better. I'm like, that's the. When they're trying to spend, when they're spending the money they're spending, and they want aspiration, bridging that gap. I'm sorry, he's not bridging that gap.
But we discussed at the time that there just wasn't enough strikers on the market. Like we were talking about Gyökeres and Sesko.
They should have gone all out for Osimhen. They should have.
Osimhen was on the market. That was never going to happen.
It was the best striker who was there in the summer. By better than them all, better than Sesko, better than Gyökeres.
Yeah, but they didn't go that. They don't want to
But,
do that.
but Steve, nobody went in for him. No big club
Nobody
went
man,
in
the
for him.
wages
And
were
that's
too much, man. The wages were
so
too
maybe
much.
it's the wages. Maybe they know something behind the
Wage
scenes
model
we
now
don't
is
know.
different now. They've got a different
Yeah,
wage
Chelsea,
model.
what did Chelsea spent?
Chelsea should have gone for
55 on
Ekatike. That was the
Pedro.
best option they had in the market.
Yes.
Was Ekatike.
Chelsea and
And I
Arsenal.
remember saying the perfect person to replace Jackson was Ekatike. It wasn't.
Yeah, I
it
remember
wasn't
you
the
That would
guys
have been a
they ended
quality
up
signing
burning.
for you, 100%.
But even Arsenal, I think Ekatike suits Arsenal more than Gyökeres.
Yeah, of course
he
he
does.
does.
Yeah, because the way they play football, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
Ekatike would have been like a lot of people's first choices, you know what I
Of course
mean?
he does.
Or it's like, but yeah.
Matisse nailed it on his post-match reaction. Chelsea have spent. Don't get me wrong, they've made tons of money, but they spent title challenging money on mid-tier / upper mid-tier players. Like there's some good players, but they're not.
Don will say it's great depth, though. Don will say, yeah. Shout out to Don,
It's
yeah.
not.
He'll say it's great depth. I said,
No,
brother,
it's not.
what
It's
do you want depth
senseless.
for when it's not good
Saeed,
quality?
Chelsea weren't ready to get depth because Chelsea's starting attackers are not levels yet.
Yeah, no.
In terms of outside of Cole Palmer, and obviously Esteval's broken through, but ideally you want to rotate Esteval.
You got to manage
which
Esteval,
is what the
man.
manager's been doing anyway. So there are a lot of people who've been praising him for that. So that you should really have a starting right winger, starting left winger, starting striker. Why are you looking at depth when your starters are not reliable and they're not consistent? Chelsea should be able to sign a centre forward. I remember when we signed Costa. First game away at Burnley, you knew Costa was levels. You just knew. Like, you should be able to identify that your striker that's come in is levels in terms of you can clearly see this guy is ready to lead your line. If he's going to get the 9 shirt, that's what I'm saying with Delap. He's got the 9 shirt. From the moment he signed, I said, okay, 30 million. That's good. That's good price. You can flip that, get 50 in 2 years. Cool. But then as soon as I saw the 9 squad number given, I said, oh, shit. Now you got a problem because that sounds like your leader man.
You hit the nail on the head. It's like with Chelsea, maybe some of these Chelsea fans forgot what your club used to be, or maybe they were kids when your club were around. But I grew up where Chelsea were actually signing. It's the truth. Where Chelsea was signing squad players, and these squad players were genuinely some of the best players in the league to ride bench at Chelsea. They went to Man City, they took Sean Wright-Phillips, they got Ian Robben, they got Michel Ballack, they got Essien, they got Florian Malouda, they got Nicolas Anelka. Like, Chelsea had top attackers, top. They had guys rotting on the bench that would start at most teams in the Prem. Their starters right now would be how many teams right now does Garnacho start for? And he's starting at Chelsea. Deep that. João Pedro wasn't even a regular starter at Brighton, and he's starting regularly at Chelsea. And Chelsea fans will tell me I'm hating. I'm not hating. It's the reality. It is the reality.
There's too many top players mixed in with mid-table players. That for me is where it is. There's a lot of congestion there with the top players like the Caicedos, the Palmers, and then you've got the mid-table players that really, if they started for Bournemouth or they started for Fulham, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. And that's where it is.
I
think people missed out on the Newcastle striker as well, that Voltemade.
I didn't know nothing about him. I didn't know nothing about him.
Good player. Very good.
But maybe going to Newcastle is the right level for him right now. Now, imagine if he comes in and he goes to a title contending team. You got to bang in 20 goals. So that looked like a good step for him. And that's where a lot of these guys probably needed to make that step to a Newcastle, to a Villa, or to a, whatever. But
the thing is, you say this, but if you look at his goal return so far for Newcastle, he's averaging a 1 in 2, and then technically he looks the
he's
part.
on point. Yeah.
So
but, Arsenal, Chelsea, none of them went for him.
Could play for
yeah, but then come on, man. They spent a lot of money on him as well. Everyone was raising their eyebrows when they watched. I watched him at the Euros for the 21s here, and I thought, yo, he looks a decent player, but did we?
They had to because they got the big money for Isak, so they knew they had money burning in the pocket. So who were they getting from Stuttgart or somewhere?
I get it. It's easy to say all of this now, but no one was like saying this at the start, though. You know?
No,
that price point was
that's
crazy.
what Matisse is saying, though. It was crazy money, but it looks like they've got value on their investment. But then when you look at what they spent on João Pedro and Delap, that's 85 million. They've dropped on 2 players.
But they've incorporated it with players around them that are good. Like, you can say what you want about Murphy, but Murphy, Gordon, Barnes, I'm sorry, man, they're better forwards than the ones they've got right now at Chelsea in terms of like being more efficient, being more like you get. I'm not saying mortality.
Slow.
No. Hold a minute.
Gordon up until a couple weeks ago was going through the
I'm
wildest of runs.
Matisse, you're right.
I don't want to,
right.
and I don't want to hear
Understanding
Murphy
their
either. I
roles.
don't want to hear nothing about Murphy and
Esteban's clear.
Relax.
Understanding their roles.
That's where you tranquilo. Tranquilo, right?
Esteban's clear of Murphy, but I hear where Saeed's coming from.
Inconsistent, these
the fact
guys.
that you can even look at Anthony Gordon, like Anthony Gordon, as inconsistent as he's been. Who you taking, Anthony Gordon or Garnacho?
I don't really want to take either.
I know you don't.
I don't really, bro. I've never rated Gordon highly like the rest of you. I'll be honest. I know Grizz is a massive Gordon fan. I've never gone crazy for Gordon.
I'm not saying he's good enough to play for Chelsea. I actually don't think he's. I think he's good, but I don't think he's that good. But I hear the point Saeed's making. You're a team that's.
Do you know the reason we're in this mess?
There should be a gap. The
reason we're in this mess is because people ask me these damn questions. Oh, but you should take Garnacho. He'd be your best winger. I heard this shit last season. Yeah, I heard this shit last season. Oh, Matisse, you should take Garnacho. He's better than all your wingers. That's how we're in this mess, because we keep lowering the level of what we should be bringing in because it's better than what we have, and then we never make enough progress. Like Tobe said, very marginal gains, and then when you balance out with Champions League football on top of Premier League football, as opposed to Conference League football last year, what are these marginal gains really going to get you? They're going to get you another top 4. That's what they're going to get you.
But do you get my overall point about how they're more effective than your forwards right now? They are.
I don't think Murphy's more effective.
Okay, so I think that's easy to say because Newcastle maybe don't.
I get it.
Newcastle are maybe not. I don't know. Are Newcastle facing the same opposition as us in terms of the low blocks? Do we want to see Barnes against low blocks every week? Type pitch. Do we want to see Gordon against low blocks type pitch? I don't think so. So again, do I really want to get? So I don't think it's as simple as that to say, oh yeah, these guys are more effective. I don't think so.
I'll tell you this for free.
Gordon's just taken a couple penalties. You ain't winning. Penalties.
My overall point was more like in terms of their forward, you could expect a performance from them and whatnot. Like you know what I mean? I think with your guys, very unpredictable.
I don't think you can expect a performance from Gordon. I saw Newcastle fans a couple weeks ago cussing Gordon out.
I know
because Gordon is the king's ransom at Newcastle in terms of he's the creme de la creme. He's the main guy.
He's not the creme de la creme. He's not the creme.
Harvey Barnes was injured for ages before.
Gordon's
wearing the 10. Is he not? Is he not the main man?
Matisse is right. If you analyze it, it's Gordon and Harvey Barnes, Elanga and Jacob Murphy or Josh.
Jacob Murphy. Come on, man. These are shocking. This is nothing to be talking about. These options.
But this is Matisse's point. You're comparing those 4 wingers to Chelsea's wingers. He's saying we're talking about marginal.
There's not that much of a difference.
Exactly. That's the problem. Different. But what it comes down to for me is the structure Eddie Howe's implemented in the last 4 or 5 seasons is much better and it's more. He's had more time to spend. Give Maresca another season or 2 with these attackers, and if the progress ain't there, then we can speak on it. So I don't think it's a good comparison.
I don't think they're going to persist with them.
Chelsea signing Garnacho and them, man, is like them signing Elanga. If Chelsea had signed Elanga this summer, every single person would be saying, "Yo, tomato. This is a dead signing." That's right. Garnacho gets signed from Manchester United, and people are like, "Oh,
it's a name. It's a name.
I can see potential." No, he's not good enough. He's shit. He's not good enough for Chelsea Football Club. I can't believe a Spurs fan.
You see the way Saeed tried to bring in Sancho to the chat. You see the way Saeed.
I just gave Sancho a bit of credit on the game, bro.
Sure. We didn't let.
I think if you put those 2 wingers into less ball dominant teams and less high, less teams with less expectation, they'll do really well, and people will be looking we should get those guys in our team.
But you know what as well? We have to have uncomfortable conversations about Isak as well. Like Isak last season might have been, I'm not saying not carried yet, but a lot of his success came from Gordon and Murphy getting on the byline, getting the crosses in and being that, right now, Liverpool, they don't have that because Gakpo wants to cut in and shoot. Salah wants to cut in and shoot. So, you know what I mean? You can hate them all you want, but like Gordon and Murphy were helping Isak a lot, man. And that's why now I think Isak's form is suffering as a result. Because the way that now Liverpool are playing
is decent, me.
You get what I'm trying to say, though, innit? Like,
I think he's decent.
Now at Liverpool, they have that directness,
If Isak isn't 30,
that's why Semenyo might be the guy for Liverpool.
If Isak isn't 30 in this league, we're finished because we don't know what.
You can laugh all you want, Steve. Semenyo might unlock Isak.
Steve's not trying to hear that.
Bro, I'm telling you. You heard it first. Semenyo might be the guy to unlock him, but we'll see.
He can't even unlock Evan Nielsen, so he ain't going to unlock him.
Evan Nielsen's dead food, bro. He's so bad, man. Evan Nielsen might be the worst striker in the Premier League, man.
No, he's not.
Evan Nielsen's decent. I'll tell you this for free. Evan Nielsen's better than Igor Thiago.
Nah,
yeah.
What?
I agree.
Don't be fooled by these goals. Don't be prison. He's better than Igor Thiago, bro.
I agree. He is. I'll take Evan Nielsen before I take Igor Thiago.
He's a better footballer. He connects play better,
footballer, bro. He's dead food, man.
Okay,
he's dead
no
food.
problem.
He's got to be better than Barry. He's got to be better than fucking Barry.
Hold on. You know what?
I'm not gonna lie. People are being prisoners of the moment.
Even Gary's better than Barry.
Nah, guys, I was at the Rancis fight on Saturday. A Bournemouth fan came up to me and he said, "Evidence is the worst striker he's ever seen, bro." He's a Bournemouth fan. I swear I'm not even making it up. A Bournemouth fan came up to me and said it, bro.
No way. Evan Nielsen, there are worse strikers in this league. We've literally seen worse performances in this league.
No one, by the way, no one was saying that last season when he got the goals for Bournemouth.
But but if you look at his goals, they were kind of sporadic. He got like 2 there.
He's playing for Bournemouth, bro. Bournemouth are gonna go through bad matches.
Bournemouth, man.
Plays for Bournemouth, bro.
What are you doing here?
Yeah. Anyway,
let
me not speak too soon because we play him next week. Let me not speak too soon, though. He might score against us next week. Come on.
Yeah,
no, Barry's worse than Beto. Barry's worse than Beto.
All right, Barry and Beto.
Evan Nielsen's better than Joshua Zirkzee.
Look at this guy.
You really want to do this? 2 hours, 6 minutes?
No. I'm just making. I saw it in the chat and they're spitting. He's better than Joshua Zirkzee.
Evan Nielsen's better than Colomani.
Joshua Zirkzee's not even a striker. Yeah, look at the time, but Zirkzee's not even a striker.
I will finish at a big.
Xerxes Fellaini right now. He's Fellaini.
We are finished, bro.
Are you ready to accept that? So he's Fellaini.
No, he's not. Stop it. Fellaini was
actually,
better.
that's disrespect to Fellaini.
That's
very.
He's very disrespectful. He's Suchek with tech.
Suchek, damn.
Yeah.
Small fish,
In
big
fact,
pond.
no, he's not. Suchek scored more goals. We got to compare him to somebody else.
Let me say. I'll say he's the worst striker in the Premier League. This is the Wolves Nigerian one, Tolu. He's the worst one. Tolu, you know Tolu. Tolu is the worst Premier League striker in the Premier League.
Yeah, he is bad.
Barry,
I slagged Barry off when he played United, and some Everton fan got on me and he went, he got the most aerial duels in a Premier League game ever. I said, yeah, but he's a striker. He's not had one shot in 5 games. He's fucking shit.
Yeah. But you know what it is with them, though? I felt like, when they were trying to sell him, like, go celebrating that, I did feel like happy for him as well, because I feel like even though he's been poor, you get me, he's one of them kind of confidence kind of strikers, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, once he gets going.
Tell the worst striker in the league.
Who?
Move on.
Okay. We should do a show.
I'm not even going to bite. I'm not even going to bite.
Ever striker that we've ever seen in you, the player you've ever watched for your club with your own mince pies who was dog shit. Because I tell you something, I could track you lot down a rabbit hole of division.
I know.
2 strikers there. You will.
Gregor Rajak or Timo Werner.
I'm going Barry Conlon. Yeah, Barry Conlon. Yeah, Google him. Or it's got to be Barry Conlon or Jerry Creaney. Jerry Creaney had a bigger beer belly than me, and we swapped him for Paul Walsh and Cash. Paul Walsh was fucking wicked. We swapped him for Paul Walsh and Cash. The guy turned up. He looked like he'd been on the piss for about 10 weeks. He scored 1 goal away at Leeds at Ellen Road, and then we never seen him again, man. Jerry Creaney.
That's crazy.
Our one's gone.
Liverpool fans may not want to remember, but a little bit older, when Michael Owen went to Real Madrid, they got him on a free, but they felt so sorry for us. They chucked in Antonio Nunes as well. People, go check Antonio Nunes for Liverpool.
Bald guy, bald geezer.
I remember Nunes.
The worst player ever to rep Liverpool Football Club.
Our worst guys have just been guys that are washed, like Falcao. Pato is shocking. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, for the hype as well.
Yeah, we just had some washed brothers that come through, man. To be honest, Maz's been moving shameless all year, but this we can't get up in December bit is a new low. We're tired, brother. Brother, it's not me being shameless, just facts. Go and look at us in December every year. We always have this issue, but it's not an excuse. I'm just telling you what it is. Every Chelsea fan will tell you. No way to speak to the 0.2% fan. Big chest energy. Then you hide behind odds. Sit down, little Steve. Real ones bet. They don't quote hide behind stats. Can't remember what that's in reference to. Who else have we not spoken about tonight, guys? We have to run through Tottenham very quickly. United quickly. We spoke about Liverpool, didn't we? Well, we spoke about
yeah.
Tobs, SAEED.
Go on, Tobs. I feel like
I'll be quick. Very good performance. The best performance we've had in the league at home since the opening game of the season. Created lots of chances, pressed high, dominated the game, restricted the opposition, kept a clean sheet. Javi Simmons balled out, Archie Gray balled out. It was a good day for once. It was actually enjoyable watching Tottenham live in that ground. Is it a flash in the pan? Who knows? Frank got it spot on. The players performed up their levels. We just got to hope and pray that we see more of that over the coming weeks. Starting tomorrow against Slavia Prague, and then in the weekend in a tough game away to Forest. That's it. Keep it stepping.
Yeah, good performance from Javi Simmons, man. Good goal as well. The perseverance and that.
Yeah.
And the way
now he's got to rise it, man. Let this be the baseline. Yeah. Take it forward from here. Same for Archie Gray. Take it forward from here. Richarlison is actually, we can't defeat this guy, man. He's so poor, but he scores goals, and he actually played decent. But yeah, we just keep moving, man. Just keep moving.
Coach, I believe
we'll see if it's a good coach. He's playing his former club. He knows them inside out. Now try and do it over a 10-game stretch, and then my opinion will change.
Okay.
I don't know. For some reason, I don't see any consistency from your attackers coming this season. I think they're just going to keep being inconsistent throughout and just keep dangling the carrot. I don't know what it is.
The only attacker who's been consistent that you lot obviously you will slate or try to slate is Kudus. He's been one of the best wingers in the league this season, and man shit on him because he botches one move here or there. He cooks for Tottenham. Most weeks he cooks. He does. So yeah, man.
I rate him. I'm just saying one of the best wingers in the league this season.
I think he has been one of the best wingers in the league this season. Yeah.
The standard must be very low.
I know you believe it.
I think it is quite low, actually. When I think about right wingers in this league, who's really cooking?
Go and watch. I implore you to watch highlights. Watch a Kudus comp and tell me how many wingers are performing like that this season in the league. Forget about G&A for a start. Just talk about performance.
I like Kudus.
And I'm not saying he hasn't had stinkers before people attack me. I'm not saying he has. I've come on here. I've come on here and I've criticized Kudus.
Would you say Mbeumo's been better?
To be honest with you, Mbeumo's got the goals, but I haven't seen the best.
I don't think he has been better than Kudus.
I think for me, who's been more important for Man United to say than Mbeumo? But I don't think
he scored goals, but I don't think he's played better than Kudus.
The thing is with Mbeumo scored big goals though. Anfield, Tottenham ground. You know, so you got to give.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying?
That's fair. Yeah.
Go on, SAEED. Give us your analysis before we wrap.
Yeah, bro. 4-1 against the worst team in the Premier League, and probably ever. If I'm being honest with you, they are absolutely dead food. I don't know if they'll beat that Derby record. Should have been 2 or 3 goals before we scored the first one. If I'm being honest with you, got the first goal and then they equalised. And then, yeah, you see my reaction, man. I was fuming. Absolutely fuming, bro.
You're crying, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm just, bro, it's just, you get me? Like, that was their first goal, I think, in 8 hours, man. And it happened to Man United. Shock. But second half, we dealt with them, man, as we should. You know what I mean? Couple of goals second half. I thought Mason Mount was the best player on the pitch. I can't lie to you, man. And I think he got dropped against West Ham unfairly. I don't think Cunha should have started in that game. I think Mason Mount deserves to keep his spot. You know what I mean? So whether that means Cunha stays up front, which he isn't really suited to, or he gets dropped to the bench, so be it. I can't lie, man. Sometimes you got to put, you know, if it's your best player, you know what I mean, you brought him in and you spent big money signing. If Mason Mount deserves to play, he deserves to play. So yeah, man. Overall, should have been more. But again, I can't really gas up that performance, man. It's Wolves in it, man. Let's be honest, man. It's Wolves. Should be doing that. And yeah, we're up to 6, level on points with Chelsea. I think we're 1 point behind 4th. The thing is, the reason why I can't get gassed up, because if United won Everton at home with 10 men and beaten West Ham, where would Man United be right now? It's crazy Premier League season. You know what I mean? We'd probably be chasing 3rd, possibly. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a mad Premier League season. And I don't think that's a big if, because you should be beating West Ham at home and we should be beating 10 men Everton. So, yeah, man, for me, it's one of them ones got to keep winning, beating our Bournemouth, who are not in the greatest of form, man. You can't be winning this game and then going back. It's too much, man. So, yeah, happy with a win. And we keep it moving.
Did you beat Bournemouth at home last season?
No, they've beaten us two previous seasons now. They've beaten us 3-0 in a row.
I watched the game today. It was Wolves. Oh God, man, they're
so bad, man. Yeah.
Like Mason Mount showed out, but the amount of space. Oh my.
Yeah, no.
But one player I want to mention before we sign out, and I'm only going to mention it briefly. You know the name I'm going to mention.
Yeah, I know.
Bro.
I know. That's why I'm not even going to complain. I agree with you. He needs to pattern up. You get me?
Can you share it with us, or are you going to do a little private little chat? You could have just WhatsApped him in that case, innit? Like, are you going to share the name with us? Can we discuss it? Or are you
it's
just
Matías Cunha or Matthew Wood? Matthew. I told you, Matthew Cunningham. He doesn't deserve to be called Matías Cunha until he starts playing like Matías Cunha. His name is Matthew Cunningham.
Yeah,
from Paraguay.
Matthew Cunningham. Matthew.
He's just, for me, it's too erratic, man. He's just, I don't know what, he needs to just relax and just like, I don't know, very forceful. And he's just panicking too much, man. Because I know the quality's there, man. But right now, he just needs to pattern up, man. Because, boy, you might not be in the team. But we need him because Mbeumo and Ahmad are going soon. So you need to start performing, bro.
Yeah. Bomba.
Oh,
They got one more game.
Damn, they got one more.
One more game, man. You know what I mean? Bournemouth, and then I think they go.
Are they playing any of the big 6 while they're away? United.
Yeah, Villa.
Yeah, they got.
Sorry, no. Villa.
They got
Newcastle.
They got City as well coming up soon.
No, I think they'll be back for City.
Oh yeah, they will be.
Is it not mid-January?
Mid-January, isn't it?
It depends how far they go. If they go that far, then they might miss it. But I don't expect Cameroon and Ivory Coast to go the whole distance. But we'll see.
Ivory Coast could go far.
Yeah. Who's in their team, Ivory Coast, by the way? Amad Diallo.
Nicolas Pepe. They got
You can go through the Ivory Coast team when I've gone to bed.
Yeah.
You man are trying to go through Ivory Coast starting 11. It's nearly 1 a.m. in the morning. He's trying to go through Ivory Coast.
Saeed probably about to do a Palmeiras versus Rio de Janeiro watch along.
Yeah, I've got it scheduled right now.
You know what I mean? That's why he don't give a shit.
Bro, you lot need to be ready. This is gonna be the World Cup, man. The World Cup's gonna be at 5 a.m., bro. You not be ready, man. You lot in the chat, get ready.
I'm trying to do Ivory Coast, Cameroon combined 11 at nearly 1 a.m.
He said, yeah. Go on, sorry.
Go on. What was Chris gonna say?
Carlos Baleba might be posting it.
I respect Ivory Coast, man. Côte d'Ivoire.
No, sorry. There's limits, people, and I'm not doing this at 1 a.m. Yeah. Sorry. The irony that this podcast could have been done Saturday after 8 p.m. anytime Sunday, but we got to wait for Man United on Monday Night Football. Obviously, Man United are going to get shagged with the fixtures all season because of the lack of European participation. I think Salah spoke because he felt Slot's actions are personal, because none of the leadership team who have all been crap are getting this treatment. So he felt it's fair game to make those comments. I do feel, last thing on this, I do feel like we have to also put in the context the lack of options to rotate the likes of Konate, Van Dijk at centre-back due to the lack of recruitment at Liverpool in those areas. So you can't actually bench them, even though they deserve to be benched. Who does Nacho start over? Trossard, Doku, Rodgers. yeah, a lot of players he's named here: Pino, Cunha, Grealish, Matoma, Gakpo, Simmons, Gordon, etc., etc., etc. There's a lot of names. I think there's a couple cheeky names in there that shouldn't be in there, but
I think he's better than Ndoye.
yeah, these are Somerville. These are kind of like
he's better than them.
Yeah,
Somerville is.
we haven't seen anything of Somerville at West Ham though. Let's be honest.
Not gonna lie, he's tight.
He was getting a little bit better.
But he's tidy.
Never
I know he's tidy, but we ain't seen nothing, bro. Come on, let's not be disrespectful.
Never rated.
You never rated Somerville?
No, you are a big liar. You Grizz are a big liar.
I've never rated him.
No, don't say wallahi. Don't say wallahi. I remember this guy. No, hold on a minute. I've got good memory.
Wasn't he linked to Liverpool?
He was. That's why.
Exactly. I said, no, I don't want him.
No, Grizz, you didn't. Grizz, you didn't. Bro, Grizz, I remember. But do you not remember when he was at Grizz at Leeds here, and you were like, "Yo, I like that Somerville," you know.
No,
I believe you, Saeed. I'm not gonna lie. I believe.
Hey?
Go sleep.
You believe me in it?
Go sleep, Toby. Go sleep.
We'll see.
Right. Well, listen, we're gonna wrap there. Before Steve falls asleep as well. I can see him hanging.
Let's check the table.
Oh yeah, we need to check the table exactly. See, I nearly forgot all about that. Boy, here's the table.
I don't think what?
Wait, what?
Well, that's the table Turkish told me was in there. Hold on. Game week 15. That's not a table, is it?
I think that's right, you know.
Is that right? Game week 15. Yeah, this is the table, bro.
Matisse, what's happened here?
This is the table. I don't remember everybody's scores because I'm not keeping track because that's Turkish's job. But I'm just here to tell you that I'm above Tobs. Yes.
Yo, I need to wake up. I need to lock in. Wow.
Did you play a chip or something?
No, I didn't play anything. Okay, so as far as I'm aware, no chips have been played. So the top of the table reads: SAEED, 8 correct scores, 48 points. Turkish, 6 correct scores, 47 points. Steve, 5 correct scores, 46 points. Me, 6 correct scores, 41 points. Bit of a gap there. Tobes, 7 correct scores, 40 points. GRIZZ, 4 correct scores, 35 points. I definitely got a correct score this weekend. Maybe even 2. I don't know. I can't remember.
That's very good. All right.
I got the Villa game.
I think I what did I say?
Yeah, you did. That's what I'm saying. You did.
I might have said Villa to beat Arsenal as well, you know.
You did.
I did, didn't I? I copied Steve.
Because you got pressured into.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I got. Yeah, I think I just.
No, you remember you were saying.
Out of hate.
Yeah, you hate. Yeah, and then I
out of hate.
Go on, then.
And then Liverpool, no one got that. I don't think 3-3. No one would have called that.
No.
Man United, no one would have got that as well. Tottenham, I don't think I said Tottenham. So yeah, it's interesting.
Now Tottenham, I said draw.
I said Tottenham.
I don't know why I did that, but then again, Tottenham's 4 minutes at home.
I said City 3-1.
Grizz, what are you doing down there, brother? Are you gonna get some points? Chilling.
What's he on?
35 points he's on. Let's actually just remind you, he is 5 points from Tobes. So he's fairly cut off.
Do you know chips?
Are you gonna play them?
I got chips.
Okay.
They're frozen at the moment. My chips are frozen at the moment.
Bro, stop mucking about, man. We don't want to see you do another forfeit.
I'm gonna start frying them chips very soon. Don't skid.
Oh God. All right, guys, he's gonna finish bottom, so just prepare yourselves for that. Guys, make sure you smash out all the icons, subscribe, like, all that stuff, hype, whatever you got to do. And we'll see you guys for Thursday's show after all the Champions League games have been played. In a bit, people.
Better win, Grizz.
Come on.
No outro.